Japan time starts right now. Woohoo! Let's go. Thank you so much. Spider-Man is trash. Let's go. All right, what is going on, everybody? Rogers Based here, and welcome to the Japan Time Podcast for October 23rd, 2023. I'm your host, Rogers Based. We are down a Shofu this week. He had a prior obligation, forgot about the fact that we were doing the show, but we couldn't skip the show this week because it has been such a massive news week. We have had so much stuff. Mario Wonder got released. Spider-Man 2 got released. Sonic Superstars got released. Sonic Frontiers DLC got released. A whole bunch of stuff has been happening. But we are here live anyway for a special episode on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RogersBase. I'm going to give the extra plug. And by the way, for every single person who drops a subscription during tonight's episode of Japan Time, you will be entered for a giveaway of Japan Time merchandise, because all of that stuff is now currently sitting at my house, because all that LIFO stuff got delivered here. So I can actually hand deliver. I'm not going to hand deliver, but I will deliver myself some Japan Time merchandise to your door.
Did we ever talk about that on the show?
The LIFO thing? We should. Yeah. We can talk about it. Yeah. So, okay, we'll open with this. Thank you, by the way. That's McDareth talking right now. Thank you, McDareth.
Hello, what's up, everyone?
So, essentially, for anyone who's been looking for the Japan Time merch store, we had a whole issue with LIFO, which was the company that was running our merchandise store. They lost a bunch of merchandise. There were a bunch of other problems. They turned into like an NFT company or something. But thankfully, we are now done with them. The merchandise is safe and sound at my apartment. So we will be reopening the store sometime soon. There may also be some other special things coming out in the Japan Time merch store soon enough.
I didn't even know this happened.
Yeah, well, see, you were gone. That's why. Zeph was gone. But again, all the merchandise is safe and sound. There really actually wasn't that much because we sold through a lot of our stuff, but I think there are still some jackets left. There's about like 15 or 16 jackets. We have some shirts still. We have, I think, 1 or 2 Ricky pillboxes. I actually think that's it. I don't think there's much else. Oh, and then the plushies as well. The Rogers Based plushies and the OB plushies, which haven't even been up there once yet. We haven't even put the OB plushies up there. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I have some intros to get through. You already heard McDareth. Next up, we have the one and only #1 fan of Megara from Hercules. We have Tito. Excuse me, Coast. What am I doing? I said Tito.
Hello?
Bro, you were off your game.
Coast, what is up, Coast? How are you, buddy?
Anyways, what's up, Nintendo gamers? We got
Say it a little louder. It's Mario Wonder Week. Say it a little louder.
Yeah.
Nintendo gamers, you gotta...
Hey, Nintendo! Gamers.
Yeah, someone put a car over that in the post. Vanilla, if you're listening, put a car.
Yeah, put a car over that in post.
Hey, Nintendo!
Perfect. Then, of course, we have the one, the only, the illustrious, the actually playing a game that we are all playing this week, Mr. Ricky Cocaine.
You actually believe I'm a gamer now?
I do. You're playing Mario Wonder. That means something.
Yeah,
It's AI Ricky playing Mario Wonder.
This is because of my good fortune and my quick hands. And
That is true.
Nintendo, thank you, the Mammoth Boys.
Hashtag free product, hashtag free game. There you go.
Free product, a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah. So I
Like
can
he actually accepted something free
and
and actually played it? That's crazy.
He did, yeah.
Well, it wasn't an acceptance. It was I had to do. I had skills. Skill was involved. I had to be quick with it. There was things I had to do. You're an idiot. Don't ever say anything like that.
Quick with what?
Foolish. Anyway.
Yeah, he had a
I'm not
copy.
gonna go and explain that. You've got
He had to
29
copy
people
an
on that.
eShop code, bro.
Right now, bro. What the, what?
He literally had to copy an eShop code out of my Discord.
Okay.
That was it.
So
he had to be the
instead of
first
just
one to copy
asking
an
Roger
eShop
for
code.
it, you took it from somebody else.
That's correct. He took it from somebody else. That's right. But you know what? That's
And I'll do
fine.
it again.
That's because that's fair. If I couldn't just hand over a free code to Ricky, he had to work for it.
No. Yeah.
And I
That's the
appreciate
only
it.
way
I'm
that
glad you
it
did.
feels right.
That's right. That's right. Someone else who, by the way, is always right. We have Viram in here. What's going on, Viram?
Well, unfortunately, that's not true, but I appreciate the compliment, Roger. Thank
No,
you very
that
much.
is true. You told me Cocoon was going to be good. Cocoon is very good.
It is very good. I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
That's right.
And I hope everyone in the chat gives it a go as well. It's a short game. It's very fun.
That's
Very
right.
beautiful.
Something else that's a short game and very fun is apparently Spider-Man 2. We have Spider-Man 2's #1 fan in here, Tito. What's going on, Tito?
Hey yo, what's he doing over there?
What's happening?
I'm over here trying to juke all this lying that's happening my way. I don't know why the fuck we're lying.
Wait, you don't like Spider-Man 2?
Why would you say it's a short game?
It is a short game. It's like 8 hours, isn't it, for the campaign?
No.
Yeah, yes, it is. There's literally full playthroughs on YouTube right now. It's like 8 hours.
No.
Yeah,
That game
yes.
is not
I will
8
pull it
hours.
up. I'm
That-
on my
that
stream
game is
right
not
now.
8 hours. That game
Bro,
is not 8 hours. I
I'm
know.
gonna pull this up right now.
I'm gonna side with the
Spider-Man 2 YouTube. I'm looking right now. Spider-Man 2 full game on YouTube. I'm typing it in right now. Not
Okay,
inhibitor.
okay.
Whoa. Hold on. Here we go. Spider-Man 2 PS5 full game. Right here, full game. Okay, it's not 8. Excuse me. It's 10. It's 10 hours. It's 10 hours.
Okay. How long
But it's
could
still
be?
short.
Marvel Spider-Man 2 main story 15 hours. Shut your
Bro,
dumb
I'm
ass
look.
up.
I will open up my screen right now. It's literally this. Look, I'm gonna print screen live on the show. The #1 search on YouTube: 4K PS5 Spider-Man 2 gameplay walkthrough. It is right here. I will prove you to be a liar right now on stream.
Marvel Spider-Man 2 is
In the
very
words of
with
Shadow
you.
the Hedgehog or Sonic the Hedgehog, I will make you eat those words, bro. It's right here. Look at this.
I think we can pass this.
It's right
I
here.
think we can move on.
No, look, I want to prove it. Look at this. Spider-Man 2 PS5 gameplay walkthrough, full game, 4K.
Bro, they got the 4K
4
Ultra
days ago.
HD icon in the top
10
right.
hours.
That discredits the entire video.
It's right there.
They think we're in 2005 with that icon, bro. What is
It's the
that?
whole game, though. That doesn't discredit
Okay,
anything.
Ultra HD.
That's also, wait, why are you guys saying this like it's a bad thing? Being 10 hours long is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That means it doesn't overstay its
But no,
welcome.
but here's the thing. Either way, you're lying.
How is it a lie? It's the video is there. We're looking at
the
the
video
video.
is 10 hours.
If the video is 10 hours, then actually playing it is at least 12. But it really is 15.
Why? Why does
It
it
doesn't
have
make
to?
any sense.
Why? It
hours?
doesn't make any sense. That's not all cutscenes. It literally said gameplay. I will pull it up again. It is the gameplay walkthrough. That's not cutscenes. Am I going crazy right now? It's literally the game. You
I'll
click
look it
full
up too,
game.
okay?
Look it up. Look it up.
Spider-Man
Please do.
2 PS5.
Look,
full
how long
game.
the beat has it on 15 hours on main story, 20 hours with main and sides, completion is 25
Okay, I see.
hours.
But that's
I
still
see
short
two-
compared
I see
to
one-
most
I
other
see
games.
one
That's a
10
good
hours,
thing.
111 hours, 115, 112.
There you go.
So it looks like it's anywhere between 10 and
Oh,
15.
you'll never see a 113.
That's not a bad thing, bro. I feel like Spider-Man being shorter is good. That means I'll
Yeah,
play
I
it
wouldn't-
one day.
I would not want to play a 20-hour.
No, I don't want a
25
50-hour
hours.
Spider-Man. Comparatively, in a world with Baldur's Gate and Tears of the Kingdom, yes,
There's games
absolutely.
that are way longer than that. So yeah, 10 to 15 is pretty short.
Compared to the other Game of the Year nominees this year, it is short, and that's a
It's
good
probably
thing.
long for an action game, but actually, how long was? I don't know.
Well,
it seems
Miles
about-
Morales-
Zeph is here. What's good, Zeph?
I already did Zeph's intro. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Hello,
Did
Zeph.
you? I don't.
I think no. Zeph is here. Welcome, Zeph.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I understand we're talking a lot about this time stuff,
Yeah.
which is important.
Yes.
But there is something, we're not going to start with Spider-Man, but there is one thing I want to address off the top.
Okay.
I'm going to put this in chat, okay? I just want you, just take a look at this picture. Roger,
I got you. Here you go. I can't even believe that you are having me post this on my stream, but okay. There we
take a
go.
look
Go
at this
ahead.
photo.
That's crazy, bro.
So fast. What the hell? There's no resemblance. What?
Yeah.
What is the song?
I also have no idea what the song is that's playing.
It moved into the next song.
No,
Hold
What are you playing?
What are you playing though?
What
What
are you
is this?
playing?
I have a question. Okay.
on. I gotta get to this thing.
Okay. Let me get to my shit. Okay.
Okay,
So I'm
all
playing
right.
this game, right? So I'm playing this game. 100% of it today. You know what I'm saying? The game, stop stretching the dimension.
I'm not doing anything.
So I need to know if y'all see it. That's all I need to. Now I will say this picture.
No.
This picture doesn't actually do the justice that it's supposed to do, because there are some scenes
Bro,
in the actual game where
Nah,
he does
nah.
kind of look like it. But
Nah, I don't think so.
no. There are some scenes where he
I
kinda
know.
looks like it.
I can
Bro,
kind of.
who is even
understand what you mean,
who's on
I
the
said kinda.
who is
I said
that
kinda.
on the left?
That's that's
Harry
That's
Osborn,
Harry
right?
That's Harry
Okay.
I know that.
Okay.
I didn't say it's 1-to-1. I'm saying there are some scenes in the game where the resemblance is, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, but
You-
I
but
still think
overall,
it's a stretch.
yes. Overall, I would
This
say
is
no.
just a white man with red hair. That is the
Overall,
only.
I would say no. But someone, I was like, I need this. I need other opinions, because this shit was. Someone in my chat was like, the more I look at it, the more I see it. I'm like, that's placebo. Gotta be placebo. Because, like I said, sometimes it's clear, but.
I do kind of see the resemblance a little bit. Like I could see it with the
See?
hair a little bit,
See?
only a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. It's not
Yeah.
1-to-1, but like,
No.
if you just look at it
Oh my
enough-
God! Wait! Oh, hold on! Wait! Hold on! Wait! There you go. Wait! Go back. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Wait! Oh my
Roger,
God,
okay.
dude! Oh my
Yeah.
God! Hold on! Wait! Go back! Wait!
Yeah, okay.
Wait! Hold on!
I have an ad.
Wait! Hold on! Put this back.
Oh my god.
Wait!
Like,
That was
end of the
definitely a
credits
spoiler.
scene.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, we're back. I was going to the next image because we put all the images before the show, and then I put that one. Uh-oh.
That's tough.
I just don't trust.
That's okay. It's fine now. We're good.
That's tough. But yeah.
Okay, so Spider-Man, you want to talk about it? I mean, we're here.
Oh, I mean, I'm the only one who played it, so I'll be quick.
Yeah, so no,
games-
don't be quick. No. People have been waiting for this game. People have been spamming in my chat. They want me to play this game. Tons of people are into this game. You have to talk about it at some great length.
I've
A
also
lot of
watched
people
a
are
little
playing
bit. I
this.
feel like
No,
I can
no,
also.
no.
still
Did you
discuss
watch
the
the
game.
10-hour video? The 10-hour 4K video, Coast?
No, hell no.
Hold on.
You said you
Tito,
watched
Tito.
it?
Yes.
I said
Let
I
me
watched
lead
some
with a
people
question. Let me
stream
lead
it.
with a
Sure.
I watched it too. I can participate in this conversation.
Yeah,
as well.
Ricky
All
did
right.
see a significant chunk. Not a lot, but he did see a lot.
Okay,
Go ahead,
let's hear it.
my friend.
Comparative to the
Yeah.
first Insomniac Spider-Man game, how does the swinging and
This
combat
game is
feel?
better.
Ooh.
This game is overall better. This game is a better game than the first.
Okay, now, do you agree with this statement? Because this is how I feel.
Yes.
I feel Insomniac held back and was a little campy with it. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the game.
Interesting. I'd have
Not
to think
true.
about that.
Not true. I don't. Okay.
I don't think campy is not a word I would use, because there are some really like grounded moments in it. I think, not to get into spoiler territory, but I do think that I actually kind of think they went kind of crazy, especially at the end, like the back half.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the back, like for those of you who played it, and of course I'm gonna bring this up, but like it felt a lot like the back third of Ragnarok. Like they kind of just went ham. They kind of just like here's everything, just here's everything ever.
They came out with a statement recently where they compared the games to MCU movies, where it was like, if the first Spider-Man is Iron Man and the second one is Captain America: Civil War, then just imagine what the third one will be like.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I can see that. I think the first one was Iron Man. I think Civil War was
That was an Insomniac interview that said that.
Yeah.
The first one was
Oh,
Iron
they
Man,
want
second
the
was,
next
like,
one to
Civil
be like
War.
Endgame or something?
Yeah. I
Wait.
mean, I can kind of see that. They kind of do a lot. Not going to spoil. The game's been up for 4 days, and I'm an idiot, and I 100%ed it, and I'm mad about it. But what I will say is, on a gameplay thing, there is one thing I wanted to address on the gameplay, is that, first of all, I'm going to be completely... The game did crash on me 3 times. It crashed on me 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. So, it happened at different points every time. Like, different things triggered a crash. Sometimes it was like, one was I completed the objective of a mission as I died, and the game crashed. Another one was it was just the game did it, like the game finished a cutscene that was supposed to go into gameplay, and it didn't do that, so the game crashed. So there's certain stuff like that I was like, you could probably fix that with a patch. There are some parts of this game that literally blew me away with its technical ability. For example, the fast travel in this game is the best fast travel I've ever seen in any game ever.
Oh, hands down.
I have heard that from a lot of people.
Fast travel system makes me think, this is what PS5 games are meant to be.
Yeah.
They learn so much from Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
I thought Ratchet and Clank you guys hyped up as being like really good though.
It is really good.
Yeah.
There are certain things that like you could tell that like they took a lot of that tech from like
Ratchet and Clank making the portals and pulling yourself through them instantly.
Yeah.
So,
they
like,
did a few of those.
So in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, when you go through a portal into like a huge scene change, oftentimes there's kind of like this space, and like it's not like a huge deal. It's still a very smooth transition, but in Spider-Man, you never have that.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, this isn't a spoiler. So the fast travel is tied to area completion, and there's a reason for that because they want you to explore the world. But and the movement's so fun, you don't really why would I ever fast travel? I did it just because I was like, oh, I'll see the funny cutscene of like Peter on the fucking train or on a bus. Like that's a funny cutscene. That's not what happened. What happens is that you pick an area of the map. It moves you a little bit if you're not already onto the nearest street, and then it spawns you exactly where you put, and you swing off screen onto screen exactly where you went, and you always
literally any area,
literally anywhere on the map. So what? It's like crazy, and I did it a few times, and what happens is that it randomly chooses like. Based off where you, not randomly, based on where you are and what's around you, I'm pretty sure, I don't want to say 100%, I'm pretty sure it chooses the movement type that would make sense for where you are. So if you are next to two really tall fuck off buildings, it will glide you. Like if you're near like a place with the web wings, it'll, in an air current, which they're all over the map, it will glide you. If you're not, it will just have you swing in. Like it's one of the things where that happened the first time, and I immediately thought this is the best game of the year for me. Like that was immediate to me, because it was just like this thing where it's like, oh, this is next gen, like this is the PS5, like this is why I bought it.
Could you not do that? Could you not do that if it wasn't on the PS5? Like this is
no way.
So
I mean,
the advantage of the newer consoles is they have SSDs built in, so like loading data is really fast. So like, and an older game, normally you have to do something to hide a cutscene. So like the train, not a cutscene, a loading screen. So the train sequence in the older game is literally them hiding a loading screen by just playing an image.
I was just going to bring that up, the thing with Miles Morales, right? Where you go on the subway and then it would have like the little cutscene instead of the loading screen.
Yeah, and
so that's what it would have been like on the PS4. I'm assuming if they would have done like PS2, I mean Spider-Man 2 on PS4, I'm sure it would have been kind of a similar thing, where there would have been like a cutscene of him swimming to a different area.
What's funny with this one is in an interview, they said that they could have actually just made it instant, but there's like a little bar that fills because they felt in testing that if you just did it instantly, you could teleport on accident too often.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a delay where that, again, not to, I don't, because again, not everybody, some of us are actually going to play it, so I want to.
Oh yeah. I don't want any spoilers or anything.
Yeah. I want to have a full episode talking about it, and you know what I'm saying? I will say, just going into the game, the writing of this game, like, is second to none. I think this is I think it's unbelievable. And I think if I'm going to, God of War is still my favorite game. I like this game more than Ragnarok. Like, I think this game is a better game than Ragnarok front to back, because it has better pacing. Its writing is equal, but the pacing of Ragnarok is kind of
Yeah.
Because it's like but it's intentional, so it's like okay.
It's intentionally back heavy, like you said.
Yes, it's intentionally back heavy. This game is like, it has like the opening sequence is insane, and then you have one of those. You have at least two of those every act, like at least two. All the boss fights are fun. I just can't say enough of this game. It's incredible. And I will say, without, again, not spoiling anything, I am interested to see where we go from here with Spider-Man as an IP on the PS5, because now that there's a formula, not formula, but now that there is a scheduled, or at least a precedent.
There's an ESPN alert. There's a blueprint.
Yes, correct. Like you do the DLC, and then you do an Iceborne expansion game, and then you do the new one.
Right.
Which I expect them to do the same thing. I expect them to do a DLC pack, and then I expect them to release a new one. Without getting into spoilers, I think I know what it is, but I'm not gonna spoil it. So they're gonna do another one, like a Miles Morales thing. Again, not getting a spoiler, because again, I don't want people to freak out. But I don't think this spoils anything, so don't worry about it. This game is 50-50, but in a very weird way. Because I know that was a big thing about, you're going to play Peter or you're going to play
Miles.
Like,
yeah.
Like that was a weird thing, and I want to just address that real quick. The main story is like 60% Peter.
Okay.
Like maybe 65. Okay? The main story, right? There's a lot of the story beats, a lot of the things that we all know about from trailers. They just kind of are Peter thing. 80% of the side content is Miles. Like 80% of it.
Wow.
Like 80% of all the side content, the storyline, the side story specifically, is Miles. And the thing I love about this game in particular is anytime Miles is in the main story, he's there enough, don't worry. He feels just as important. Because you've been playing him during the side content, so you're just as familiar with him.
See, that's where I feel like, just from a viewer standpoint, if that's where I felt like it had some pacing issues. I
With the side
feel
content,
like,
you mean?
Yeah, just solely based on Miles. I can't get a good basis of how to judge the two side stories essentially, without playing the game myself.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who are familiar with the first one, which most of you are, you have these side story missions. Some of them are just purely collectible Easter egg fun things that if you get them all, you get a cool little Easter egg or something. And some of them are full-fledged storyline. Those full-fledged storylines mostly lean towards Miles. Right? Most of them are Miles. There's a few of Peter. And that's on purpose to make you feel like, hey...
it's more half and half. Yeah, right.
Half and half. So even though the main story is mostly Peter, if you take the whole of the game, it's 50-50, which I think is a feat in of itself. The fact that it felt 50-50 the whole time I was playing, where I didn't watch anything other than the announcement trailer. I didn't see any footage, really. I didn't see any I only saw the teaser where Venom comes out of the fucking the original announcement trailer. It's the only thing I saw. So the ability to switch between the two at any time and do a lot of the stuff at any time was very, very fun and made you feel like it was half and half the whole time.
Made you feel like Spider-Man.
Yes. And they're both broken, so...
Dude, they give you so many,
so much.
cool combat stuff in this one, man. It's overloaded with so much different stuff you could do.
My main question that I have, just for both of you guys, is that, I love the original Spider-Man. I 100%ed it. I platinumed the Miles Morales one, too. I really, really love both of those games. I think probably are my favorite games on PS4. Genuinely, some of my absolute favorites. But I think one thing that I was kind of concerned about that Miles also did that the first game did, and I was just curious if sort of this falls into the same trap, is, when you 100% those games, you run into the same kind of beat up these goons area over and over again, where you have to do there's the 8 different camps where you fight the 8 different camps where you fight the the mercenaries, or the 8 different camps. Are there things like that in this one? Do you still sort of have the same slog towards the end of 100% in these, or is it more varied?
Yeah, so when I was 100% in the game, I did something that I literally could not do, or at least it wasn't as easy to do that I did in the first game.
Okay.
I got to a point where I had done literally everything but the last couple of missions of the main story. So I did everything as it was going, because yes, there are randomly generated encounters throughout the city, but they account for so much less of the progression of the area than in the first game.
Got
which I
it.
think was the
Okay,
problem.
that's good. No,
So,
that's a
like,
good thing.
You had to be like you have to fight 8 groups of idiots. And,
That's exactly what I mean.
Like,
yes.
Now they are like.
Because I didn't mind
to-
some of them. Like, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
Like, some of that was actually fun. Like, I liked going to a certain area and being like, oh, these are the characters that are working with this character. But I feel like it just, especially if you're going to 100% it and you're going to platinum it like I did, there's just certain parts where it's like, I really don't want to have to go back and do this whole thing again. And by that point in the game, when you're trying to 100% it too, like, you have all the combat abilities, so it's kind of mindless. You're just like going through and destroying them. So that's literally all I needed to hear. Hearing that.
Yeah.
It's not as loaded with that is good.
It's not as loaded, but I mean, okay, so the only
Because I still did it and I still enjoyed myself. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They are optional technically. However, it does the thing where it's like, if you fight 2 of a certain type of encounter, the side story unlocks.
Got you.
So it's like then after that you don't have to do them. You don't have to do them at all. But if you want to get every skin, like, it's an easy way to farm.
Yeah.
But by doing I literally, after 100% of the game, I could have not done any of them and still had enough to unlock everything in the game. So, like, you don't need to do any of them, but they are fun to do for sure, because they give you multiple ways to unlock and get those currencies. Most of the things in the game are, obviously it's an action game, are fight a bunch of goons.
Sure.
But some of them are stealth. Some of them are objective based, like some of them are defend this area for an extended period of time, or clear, like they have like the trials, like the Taskmaster stuff. There's an equivalent to that in this game. Just stuff like they have a lot of the same stuff,
Yeah.
which I don't think is spoilery.
No.
Because, so it's like they have a bunch of those same variety of missions.
Taskmaster, I think, is what I was thinking of, where you had some of those missions where you had to like do it's not necessarily like combat trials, but it was stuff along those lines.
They kind of are. It's like,
Well,
it's
kind of.
it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Fight these guys and don't get hit. Fight
Yes.
these guys and you can only kill them with finishers. Fight
Yes.
these guys and you know what I'm saying, you have 45 seconds. Like, there is that.
Yeah.
But I think the part about this game that I really, really enjoyed, and I think my chat enjoyed watching, is that there was more of everything and less of one thing, if that makes sense. Like, I could I could go from the trial to a traversal trial. Then I could do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could go on a collectathon for a little bit. Then I could do a main story, and it just felt more complete by saying less of that fucking randomly generated crime shit that gets boring after you do 25 of those. Instead, we'll replace those with like an extra side quest. And then it breaks up everything. So
Cool. I mean, that's good.
I will say, this game probably has the best movement in an action game ever. And will
It's not
probably
close.
be like that for a long time.
That also makes me very happy, because one big thing is, most of my audience knows, like, action games a lot of the time do make me sick, and one of the few exceptions was the original Spider-Man and Miles Morales, because the movement already was so smooth in those games. I felt like when you're swinging through the sky and even doing the combat abilities, it was like always easy to trace what the action is, as opposed to like if you're playing something like a Bayonetta, there's like 100 different things going on screen and different particle effects, and then your eyes trying to track where the character's going, and you just end up getting sick by the end of it. I feel like the Spider-Man games have always been good at that, and based on what little I've already seen of Spider-Man 2, I feel like it excels. So hearing that again also makes me very, very happy.
And this isn't even a spoiler because I think it's in a trailer. Someone said it was in a trailer.
Yeah.
They fixed the one problem. The one problem in the original Spider-Man is going from tall building to tall building. Because when you go from one tall building to another, you have to go down so you can swing, and then you have to come back up if you want to go to another tall building. They don't do that shit no more. You could just web wing, so just glide from one tall ass building to another fuck off tall ass building.
The glide changes so much
It
for
changes
movement in there.
everything for movement. Everything. So it's like it's just so it feels so seamless to go from to gliding to swinging to gliding to swinging to running to swinging. Like, it's just.
And then
the movement it's not fair.
One other thing I'm also curious about, because normally I am not somebody, I'm very spoiler averse. I don't like seeing spoilers for stuff. But I saw one character name brought up, and I'm not going to say what the character is. I'm going to DM it to you, and you tell me
DM
if this character is in this.
DM me.
I just
do
did.
you want me to tell you?
Yes. Is this character in the game?
Yes.
That is fire. That is so cool that gets implemented. I cannot wait to see what that looks like. That's all I needed to know. That makes me very excited.
So
cool.
This isn't a spoiler thing. But this again, people in chat, you're good. That happens a lot in this game. Where I found myself going, wait, what? You're in this game? Like they do that a lot in this game.
A lot
so
with multiple characters.
A lot.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Very cool.
Because the thing about this game in particular is that now that they've established Miles and Peter, now they build out. So when they talk about Civil War, they actually that's facts. That's literally facts.
Man.
Like they go, hey, you know who fucking these two idiots are. Now here's this guy, here's this guy, here's this girl, here's this guy, here's this monk. Like they just go, all right, now that we don't have to spend time telling you who these people are, now we can just go.
See, that is cool. Maybe I should stream this then. So I've waited because of the
one character, man, and I was like, damn, I really.
DM me goes.
I bet you it's the same character because when I saw that, I was like, what? Yes. Ricky, yes, I'm listening.
Tito
you called me
posted all this talking.
Yeah.
They did all this talking and they still undersold this game. I watched Tito play this game.
Really?
It is
Okay.
a movie. It is a
movie.
It is a movie that you can interact with, and it is actually wild. Like,
wow.
There's no way that you guys don't do a spoiler cast on this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to play this game.
I will. Yeah. I love the original 2. I have no doubt I'm going to stream it. I think the main thing is right now, literally Spider-Man 2 was one of the games called out in that SAG strike. So until the strike ends, I can't stream it, kind of the same way I can't do the live action videos. But when the strike's over, we got content for days. We're going to be doing Spider-Man 2.
So,
that's a side quest, bro. That's really crazy.
Yeah, like I was like, bro, that is not like. And then well, I don't want to say it, but you get the thing as well, and it's like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait. I want to play it.
Y'all gotta hurry up and play that junk, cause. Well, first they need to start. You know, what I'm saying, pay actors. Let's start there. Pay them actors.
There you go, and then stream it. There you go. I will. I will.
I'd have played it if it was like not on a $500 console.
Now,
I have to ask you though, Tito. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I think you're about to ask me what I think I was going to say.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think it's what you were going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Would you say you got to go fast to play this game?
Oh, I was not going to say that. Fuck you. I was going to say, this is the first, I paid for the deluxe edition.
Okay.
Which was $80. The base game is $70. I think I underpaid. This game is very good.
So let me throw this to Viram and McDareth then. All right.
Well, hold
Do
on.
you feel? Wait! I got another. Okay, go ahead. I got two good transitions here to go into the next
topic. I
topic.
don't give a damn about your transition.
All right, that's fine.
Bro.
That's fine. That's fine.
Tito, I'll ask you this: with the existence
Think of another one.
Zelda and Baldur's Gate, how do you think this will fare with the game of the year?
Okay, so I played Baldur's Gate. I did not play Zelda, and I'm not going to play Zelda. So speaking on that game in particular, I don't want to say because I haven't played it. So I'm not an idiot because I don't like fucking Zelda, bro. That doesn't make me an idiot, okay?
Yes, it
Good,
does.
Ricky?
No,
Ricky's right.
Everybody
Ricky's
has
right.
their opinion. Everybody
Ricky's
can have
right.
their taste and
No,
whatever.
it
But
Just like
you
people
are
who like
actually
My
an
Hero
No,
Academia,
I'm not
they're
an idiot,
idiots.
Ricky. You're the last
Exactly.
person to be calling me an idiot because I know about you. Okay? Don't make me. I'll unload the clip on you right now.
You can't prove anything that you know.
Oh no, I got
that's
the
the biggest
files.
problem.
Ricky.
You can't
I got the
prove
files,
anything
Ricky.
that you think
I'm
you
really
know.
protecting you
Yeah,
right now,
I bet.
and
Yeah,
you
I
know
bet.
I'm protecting
Okay,
you right
keep
now.
going.
You know
Yeah,
I'm
all
protecting you
right.
from the people because the people
heard
knew what
that.
I
You
know.
know-
They be on your ass right now, so you really be thanking me. You better be paying me homage. I better be collecting dough from you weekly because I'm protecting you from the people. You feel me? So you're welcome, by the way. Yeah.
I'm done talking.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway. What the? fuck?
What is this music?
What
I don't
the?
know if this next move will be enough to kill you.
Huh?
I have to try.
Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
Farewell, my old friend. I'll see you in the next dimension.
What?
Get him out.
Domain expansion.
Definitely get him
Yeah,
out.
your domain is a prison cell. It's not expanding.
bad
If
boy.
one chat would just give me the power to kick people out of calls, this would work so much better. But whatever, man.
Wait,
Any
hold
case,
on.
keep
Wait,
talking.
what you mean like this? Crazy, huh?
nothing.
Anyway, what the fuck?
All right,
Kelsey-
Roger,
Yeah,
do your transition you were dying to go for now.
Okay, no, well, what I was going to say was, do you think you gotta go fast to play Spider-Man 2? And then I was going to transition to Sonic Superstars. And
You know, speaking
then
of good
you
games.
did the second one. Okay, well, that's what I was going to do. Is then you said the Game of the Year thing, and I was going to go, speaking of Game of the Year contenders, let's talk about Mario Wonder. Let's talk about Super Mario Wonder.
Mario Wonder. He said Mario Wonder.
Super Mario Wonder. I'm on crack. Have you played Super Mario Wonder?
Not going to Sonic
Yeah.
talking about Game of the Year.
He played
don't think-
about 45 minutes of it, and his
I'm gonna
computer
kill
exploded.
them.
I don't think
gonna
Mario
kill them.
Wonder's even gonna be close to winning Game of the Year.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to win, but I do think it's a contender after what we played so far. Because I think, to me, who wants to
guess.
start? Zeph, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I know Zeph and I think are the only two who have beaten it so far, right?
Yeah, I beat it yesterday.
Okay, so you start then, because I have very strong opinions about it, and I want to share them, but I don't want to just take up the conversation. So go ahead.
I like it a lot. I think it's really fun. It's really good. Like, it's obviously probably the best 2D Mario since I honestly don't know, but it's
Probably
been
the
the best.
first New Super Mario Bros. I would say.
I don't know. I think Wii was better than the
I'd go
DS.
further back
one,
than
but,
that.
I also think
the,
Wii was better than the DS one.
the fact that all the enemies are new, like how Odyssey did it for the most part, is pretty huge. There's a lot of them that I hope become mainstays, just because of how they interacted with the levels in Mario. But also, I liked how there were enemies that were just there for no reason other than to fit the aesthetic of the level. Those snail enemies are functionally the same as Koopas,
Yeah.
but it doesn't make sense for Koopas to be in a certain spot, so they put the snails instead. I like stuff like that. The only thing really that sort of underwhelmed me, I thought the elephant power was going to be much more prevalent. It almost feels like it's not they advertise it as the focus of the game. I felt almost, but it's basically the Tanuki leaf that can throw water and can't fly. That's
I was
pretty
going to say,
much
yeah, you can't fly.
that's pretty much the elephant. And then the other two powers they added, drill and bubble, are awesome. I hope those just
Yeah,
stay.
Bubble's fantastic. I've already seen cool speedrun techs with Bubble, where they go through the whole level with the musical beats, where they basically just skip the entire thing. You just jump on a bubble and go all the way
I was
up.
saying yesterday that I really wish the elephant could, instead of just water, it'd be cool if it could suck up lava, or there was a lot of piranha plant enemies that were spitting seeds. It would be cool if you could eat those and spit seeds like Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like they could have done more with the elephant
Yeah,
power.
I
It
agree.
sort of just feels weird.
To me, that's not what I thought you were going to say. Because there's one big gripe that I do have, thinking back on it, and it's just that with how imaginative and creative this game is, I was definitely expecting more different boss fights. Yeah.
The bosses are awful.
I think
by far the
Bowser
worst part of the
Jr.
game.
Yeah, having Bowser Jr. again and again, despite how cool the environment looks, I feel like just having that fight be so similar. The final
weirdest
boss is
thing, too-
fantastic, I think.
No,
That-
that disappointed me the hardest.
Whoa, I love the final boss actually.
Because-
Yeah.
Going into it, I fully expected the entire level to be the boss, and you shadow of the Colossus
okay.
your way up the
Yeah,
Bowser
yeah,
Castle.
yeah. That would be cool.
But what I wanted instead of Bowser Jr., it's really weird because we're all sick of him. But with the Wonder Seeds, they could have done some really cool stuff. I think with the Koopalings.
Koopalings, yeah.
They already use magic, so
Yeah.
mix that in with the Wonder Seed,
It makes sense.
and we don't even fight Kamek. I don't think, and
No.
he's prevalent in the story.
No, I like the first time I did one of the battleship fights. I thought was cool, where you're on the conveyor belt. But that only they repeated that on the other battleship levels, and I was like, oh, okay, there's nothing more
Over
to
and
this. You just
over, yeah,
run, right? But the first time it happened, I thought it was really cool. No, I think other than the boss fights, and I don't necessarily agree with the elephant thing because I just thought it was fun. But I do think other than those two things, this is unquestionably the best 2D Mario game, I think, since Mario World and Yoshi's Island, without a doubt.
I agree.
Without a doubt.
probably.
It's not even because I think to me this especially when you see a side-by-side comparison to something like New Super Mario Brothers or New Super Mario Brothers Wii, which I'm also in the same camp as Zeph. I think the Wii game is better than the DS game. I feel like this is head and shoulders above anything they've done with 2D Mario in the past, like, 2 decades. I think the level of creativity is amazing. I think the level design is really good. The visual style, I think, is something that, while obviously we all saw what this game looks like in the trailers and the direct, I feel like when you're actually playing the game yourself or watching someone play through the game is so pretty. Like, and everything about it is pretty. It's not just like the animations of the characters you're playing as. It's like the things that are in the background hidden. It's the different wonder effects that you get on every level. It's like the shine that comes off of some of the enemies animations. Like you said,
there's a ton of small, like, you won't even notice it playing because you're focusing on your character. But like when I went back and watched streams, like everything interacts in some way with something else. Like even if it's not major, we saw in the trailer, like if you jump and land beside a Goomba, he gets scared.
Yeah.
But if you mess it up and the Goomba hits you, he starts laughing. There's all kinds of stuff like that. Every enemy has something like that. All the Wonder Seed things too. They pretty much almost never repeat one, which I think insane.
The only one that ever really repeats is where you collect the 5, right? Where you get the 5 little bubbles.
They often keep you on your toes in terms of like what they'll do in the context of the level. Because like,
bro, when I was playing the one where you started walking on the wall, I didn't know what was going on.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That was like, I definitely didn't see something like that coming based on how the level had played. I remember, so I think a couple of days ago, Mike actually said something that I completely agree with regards to this game, and it's that I feel like unlike previous 2D Mario games, which kind of felt like the stopgap between the next 3D Mario games, this feels like the big Mario game.
Yes.
It doesn't pull its punches at all. It feels it feels like a grand, incredibly well presented and polished experience.
And I'm glad that developers aren't scared of making just purely gameplay focused games, because I'm tired of like every single game needing to have some crazy narrative or something. Just leave me alone.
Yeah. This I mean, this game, it's interesting because like the game still does so much to kind of bring everything to life, as you guys have already mentioned.
Yeah.
With the various little details in the environments and the animations. You have, of course, the little flowers that talk and like.
Not even that. Like, I love how the Petal Isles is like a hub world almost.
Yes.
It's not just like completely linear.
That reminds me actually a lot of not Mario Wonder, excuse me, of Bowser's Fury. That aspect of Mario Wonder reminds me a lot of Bowser's Fury, where you have sort of like the hub world on the different islands that you're running around. You get the different cat bells, and then from each of the little islands, it takes you to the actual missions. Like, I feel like Bowser's Fury is probably more of an experiment of what the next 3D game is going to be like, and the Petal Isle world breakdown thing kind of feels like the 2D version of that concept. I love it. I think the other thing about the game too that I thought was really, really good is the music. I think like the music repeats, obviously, as every Mario game does, but the tracks that repeat, I think makes sense that they repeat in the way that they do. There's a lot of individual music tracks that are really good. I feel like the theming of the worlds is also really excellent too. Like, instead of just getting your general ice world, you have an ice world. Yeah, that sort of mixes with like a cloud world and like a Magic Ant kind of thing.
But then it's a cake.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's like a whole cake kind of theme thing with the desert. You've got the fungi area that's like the poison mushrooms in the mines. You've got the magma area that kind of doubles as like a fossil area too, and also like a cave level. So they layer things together in a really nice way. And
I wish the Bowser world was longer is pretty much my only.
But the Bowser world, I will say, is like perfect. Like everything about that world, every single level is incredible. I think it's the best ending of a 2D Mario game I think ever. Really, that's the best Bowser area, period.
What I really wish was, I wish there was more viability for the badges they give you, because I really have only been using 1 or 2 throughout the entire time.
The most annoying thing about the badges I found, actually, I was playing local co-op, and you both have to share the same badge. I thought you'd both be able to pick one.
Yeah, I thought so too. That is annoying.
Yeah, no, you both have to have the same badge, and you both, like, if one of you switches the control scheme from, like, Y and B to B and A, you both have to.
Oh, weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Actually, speaking of the co-op, so at first I was just playing like, internet connection off, whatever. I then turned it on so that you had like the ghosts of the other players, and I was honestly surprised at how much more kind of lively and enriching the experience became, because like, it being a Mario game, you're going to get players of all sorts of skill levels. You're going to get people that blitz through the levels. You're going to have, probably kids who are playing this as their first time, struggling to do things, and just like, I don't know, setting down a signpost to kind of mark that, oh, you can go this way. It feels like you're kind of
try to help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like you're kind of making connections with people without even speaking to them, and I think that's really sweet.
I think so
It's
too.
a very Mario kind of idea.
Yeah, and also like a lot of the things that I ran into with interactions, because I ended up streaming like the whole main game despite all the tech issues, and not on the game, but like on my stream end. But like one of the things that I kept running into is people giving me power-ups when I was struggling. There was one level that's kind of towards the end that's a really cool play on the Piranha Plant Parade that happens in like the first world, and I was just dying over and over again, and someone threw me a star power-up, like literally came into my world, went to that level, found me, gave me the star power-up, and left. And I was able to get through it. I think that kind of thing is cool, or like in the levels in which you're in the ruins and you have to kind of figure out the secrets, I'd watch other people's ghosts to see where they were going as an idea of like, oh, I haven't gone in this area before, let's try this. It's just stuff like that that is just so much fun. And
give me Yoshi without having it be easy. Like, please, I just want to play Yoshi, man.
I will say though, the way the flutter jump feels with Yoshi makes me want a new Yoshi's Island in this engine. Like I kind of want a new Yoshi's Island with this Yoshi.
The thing that bugs me the most about Yoshi being easy mode, why did every single color have to be that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They should have had a couple that are normal.
What they could they could have made all of those normal and then added the white Yoshi from Yoshi's Story or whatever that was. Like,
there you go. Yeah. Or why is
Nabbit? I don't know what you could do.
Nabbit,
with Nabbit.
I don't know what the heck. They're just pushing Nabbit. I think they want Nabbit in the next Smash game.
He's in things still. Like,
I mean, Nabbit's always been like.
He feels like a weird
holdover
holdover from the past era. It's strange.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Nabbit is the equivalent of like the new Sonic friends, right? How they always introduce like the new 2D Sonic friends in some of those games, and then they carry them over into the next canon. That's kind of what that feels like. I think for a lot of people, at least like who are our age, I think the new Super Mario Brothers era, if you were to grab a character from that, it would be Nabbit, right? So like Nabbit is the big canon that carries over.
The funny thing about Nabbit as well is that the game itself says that Nabbit isn't an ally of the squad.
He's just there.
Nabbit's
just kind of there. Yeah.
He's a treasure hunter. Like
Wasn't,
maybe you should put Wario in the game.
Wasn't Toadette in that situation as well when they introduced Toadette?
Toadette was kind of already in side games and
Toadette
stuff,
was
though.
added
Like,
in. She was added in Double Dash specifically because Toad didn't have a partner in the same way that Birdo was added to Yoshi's tennis because Yoshi didn't have a partner. And then Waluigi and Wario in golf.
yeah,
so
sure. And Toadette, I mean, I also kind of understand because she's different from the other Toads. Like that makes a lot of sense to me that they would have her in there.
But then they kill off like characters they keep around forever. Like Toadsworth actually is dead, I think.
Canonically, he's dead.
I don't. No, I'm
Well,
just
had a
saying
stroke.
that he's like 86, bro. I don't know. He's never showed up again.
Yeah.
I think he got replaced in one of. I swear he got replaced in a game. I don't know.
The
But
one I'm really shocked by is, we have all these different Yoshis and there's no Rosalina. I really thought Rosalina was going to be in there.
the fact that there's no unlockable kind of is
Also kind of strange.
the fact there's a special world and there's no unlockable character kind of sucks.
The special world areas are really good though too.
Yeah, it's
The ones that I played so
Super
far are
Mario
great.
Worlds, where you have to find it all over the world and like connect it.
Can I ask a legitimate question, please?
Yeah.
Like just as somebody who enjoys Mario in passing.
Yes.
And maybe plays a few games here and there. So how much of it, and maybe the question is flawed to begin with, but how much of it is nostalgia's not the right word.
Right.
But how much of the quality of the game is judged on legacy?
I'm the perfect person to answer that. That's great. Yeah, I
as
know
opposed
totally
to
what you mean.
The actual individual quality of the actual game you were playing.
Yes, I am somebody, and this is well documented. I love the 3D Mario games. Love them. I have never liked really the 2D Mario games. There's a couple that I've enjoyed. Like I really do like Mario World and Mario 3, and I think like New Super Mario Bros. Wii is fine. But for the most part, like the 2D Mario games have never appealed to me. And so
like 2D Mario's like I think the beginner thing. Like you wouldn't give, I think, Super Mario Odyssey or 64 to someone that is like just starting to play video games. I think
right.
Like
you'd give them the 2D
Mario
games, totally. Yeah, you'd have
Don't give them the third axis yet.
Like I grew up playing Super Mario Advance, or I played, the re-releases that they put on Game Boy Advance, or like then I played some of the older ones on Virtual Console later on. But to me, I don't have the same nostalgia and love for like the 2D Mario aesthetic that I think a lot of other people do that are praising this. I think the reason why I like this so much is because so much of this game, and this is going to sound weird, feels like the 3D Marios. And what I mean by that is like Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Sunshine. The thing that makes these games good is that they really do change up the formula and get creative with things. Where I feel like, at least in the past 20 years, that has not been the case with 2D Mario. 2D Mario was always kind of like the generic cookie cutter. If you ask somebody what is a video game like, they're gonna point to like a new Super Mario Brothers, right? Like it's very cookie cutter, very safe, very family friendly, safe. Maybe there's like one or two cute things in there, but it's not creative. Whereas I feel like, and I don't know for sure if this was the same feeling, like dating back to 1990, because I was like one, in 1991, 1992 or whatever. But I'm assuming that people who grew up playing Mario World and Mario 3, because of how creative those games are and so different from like the original formula of the first Super Mario Brothers, it probably felt like a huge leap. Right, with like the different characters and the weird areas and the strange theming. This to me feels so much more in line with as a follow-up to a 3 or a World than it does like a follow-up to New Super Mario Brothers. This feels like if they were going to continue with the naming convention, this is like Mario Brothers 5, right? This is like, unless you count Yoshi's Island as Mario 5, this would be Mario 6 or whatever, because technically Yoshi's Island is Mario 2, and technically Mario World.
It's actually only called that, I think, here, because...
So there you go.
Yeah, it's just called Yoshi's Island in Japan because it's one of those things where it's like they used to call Persona SMT Persona.
Right.
Because people wouldn't know what the hell it is.
Because they called Mario World in Japan Super Mario Brothers 4, and then they called Yoshi's Island Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. So
yeah.
One extra thing with regards to the creativity of Mario games, when they're at their best, they can take ideas that could potentially carry an entire game. They'll use them for one level and then just move on to something else.
Yeah, they're just like, here you go, we're done.
The entire game.
Yep.
But even
like that thing where you walk on the wall could be a whole game.
Yeah.
Oh, easily. You could do a whole game where it's just like you're walking on the wall up and down. Man, but it's just so good.
Even more fundamentally than that, Tito, I would say that Mario games just feel very good to control. Like this one... especially comparative to some of the previous ones, like the New Super Mario Bros. Ones. In those games, the New Super Mario Bros. Games, they're definitely a little bit slipperier than this one. You feel a greater sense of precision and control. And the game Wonder that is, does it kind of so effortlessly that you never really feel disconnected from your character at any point. It always feels incredibly... precise and intuitive, and like Nintendo at this point just has it like down to a science. They make it look so easy, but there are so many games where you'll have those moments where you feel disconnected from your character, and that's almost never the case with Mario.
And speaking of, one thing on that real quick before you touch on it, Tito, is one other quick thing that's a good example of that, I think, is when you get introduced into the game, right, the first little character you see is that little talking flower, right? You've seen him in all the trailers.
Flowey?
Flowey. He's not really Flowey, but he's like a little talking flower that comments on what you're doing as you're playing. You would think in any other game, in a lesser game, that flower would get so unbelievably annoying you'd want to turn it off. In this game, they managed to make that flower really endearing, and you're actively looking out for like what the flower is saying.
I was gonna dislike it, but
I got my boys talking in Spanish, bro.
Yeah, and you can switch up.
The French Canadian one is so funny.
The voices are super funny. I have mine in Japanese, but like,
have you seen this, Roger?
What is this? Link it to me.
Clip.
Which one is the one that sounds like SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Like this kind of stuff is just packed into the game. There's all kinds of stuff like this. Like
Let me
things
see what
wouldn't
you linked to
expect to interact together. I put in the podcast.
Oh, you put in the podcast. I thought you DM'd it to me. Oh my God, yes, this is so good. Let me pull this up on screen real quick so people can see it.
Like that, like they it was said to me that they probably like most definitely found this during beta testing and it was a bug, and then they were like, you know what?
Let's just keep it in there. Yeah. This is the sequence break thing, right?
No, the sequence break thing is something else.
That is also amazing that they just straight up allow that. Yeah. If I could pull this up, hold on. Display
here's the
capture,
sequence
window
break one.
He's got
capture,
a pumpkin Goomba. That's cute.
Yeah.
and source.
He's like
Here's
a
the
bird.
sequence break one. This one is
He's a
insane.
boredom.
Here we go. I got it. I pulled it up. I got it. All right. So this is, let's see if I can full screen this. Oh, no, I can't. Let me go back.
The game chastises you for not playing, doing the level properly.
Yeah, right. Look.
Hello there. Hey. Ta-da! The sequel.
I'll have it loop again so you guys can see it.
Ta-da!
Put it in full screen.
Yeah, I'm going to. There we go.
Hey. Ta-da!
That enemy's so weird.
It is very weird. But it's little stuff like that that I just think is so unbelievably great about this game. And makes it so much more fun than I was honestly expecting it to be.
Dude,
I
It's
feel like
just-
every world adds about like, I'd say like each world almost adds maybe like 8 or 10 new enemies. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so-
here's the sequence break one I was talking about. Here we go. Let's play this. I'll let it loop. Here we go.
How'd you even get in here? Oh, that ruins everything. You have to do things in a certain order.
Yes. It is really cute. Here we go. Let me remove that off the screen. There we go. Yeah, but I think one other thing about it,
feels like they brought in the energy. Yeah.
they did. Yeah, it's the creativity that I think was always lacking from the 2D games, at least in recent memory, but the 3D games always had it on lock. They brought it in. And they managed, also I feel like it's actually challenging. Like even with all the extra things, even with the, easy mode characters and things like that, removing that stuff from it, if you're just playing the game like an actual Mario game, there's a lot of levels that I was struggling with when I was streaming it.
Especially the special world levels.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Dude, I thought I
you guys
sequenced
beat
broke
all
the
of
game
them?
because I got to the special
Not yet.
world. And not even realized it.
I probably am in the minority because like I used to do speedrun stuff, but I found the game kind of on the easy side, and it made me think like instead of adding like baby mode characters, they could easily put a toggle on for like make Mario act like the old games when he gets hit and he doesn't go from like bubble to big to small, he just goes straight to small.
Sure.
Or like I don't know, add timers to levels, stuff like that.
Yeah, the timers made things a lot easier.
Because I found myself being able to blitz through stuff once I learned how to like do tricks with the bubble flower and stuff. 'Cause you can stay in the air.
I like the fact that the timers were removed just because it just gives you the actual choice to just kind of slow down and explore the levels and just kind of
Yeah, but it would be nice to just have the choice as well to
have
turn
the choice, yeah,
timer up
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I just find it really weird that they always go for the easy mode and never try to add a hard mode as an option either. Like you're not forcing anyone to do it. They're even doing this for Mario RPG, which is known to be an easy game.
That's the awkward thing with accessibility. Like some people just remove
Yeah.
the hard parts of a game, or indirectly remove the hard parts of a game without like intentionally doing so.
I think
where
the
you
answer
can
to that
easily
is,
just put options in for it.
is kind of probably upsetting to the more involved hardcore gamer, and it's the fact that making things easier brings in more people than making things hard.
Yeah.
For sure, for
Even
sure.
when it comes to just additional choice.
I've
'Cause I
never
don't
minded that though, really, so long as the game can still be its base difficulty. Having an extra option where then people can play it, I never think is a bad thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying I was like
No, I
brain
know, I
dead
know.
easy or something.
No,
like,
no,
I
no.
still died a few times, but I just found it to be like probably I don't know if I think it might be easier than the new Super games. At least most of them. I don't know.
my big gripe with this game is really just I wish that with all of the badges that they added, I wish there was more levels that.
No, I think your biggest gripe was when you heard the jump sound and had a stroke.
That was annoying at first. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That jump sound, like for Toad and whatever, when you hear that, like when you first boot up the game.
Yeah.
It's not disorienting, but it's off-putting because I'm not used to it.
Well, it's different because it's not
every character has a
different
unique jump sound now.
from the. Well, everyone's jump sounds different from the old one. Like the old one was like a flat tone, and now it's like discordant or something.
I actually kind of like the little boing jump though.
I like it too.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it.
It's the tone of the game. Like it's
They
weird.
redid all the sound effects, like because I think across like the new Super Mario Bros. Games, for instance, they just kept them across all of those games, but they fully redid them in this one.
Something else really quickly I want to touch on, because I realize we've been talking about Mario Wonder a bunch, but we didn't even mention this at all, considering what a big story it was. The voice acting, I did not even notice in the slightest. It was different.
The only time I noticed was when
it.
my Twitch chat pointed it out.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. But I feel like
character I think is noticeable. I think is Daisy.
Yes, but
Daisy's definitely noticeable, but like not in a bad way at all.
No. It's just different. Yeah, but I think like Mario and Luigi, everything matches just fine.
Mario's perfect.
Toad, I actually think is good. Some people are saying no Toad. I actually like Toad's voice. That little like when he falls down in the in like the cavern level towards the end, when he's falling down in the little sequence, and he goes, "Wow, God!" The way he's screaming is just so funny.
How do you think the auditioning process goes for something like Mario? Like, how many people do you think they went through?
I think they went through a bunch of people that don't have as many credits as someone like a Charles Martinet, and then went do your best like Mario impression, go. And then they just did it.
I don't understand why people were so up in arms about the new Mario voice actor.
Especially
because
now.
he has pronouns in his
actually,
bio, bro.
Wait,
no.
what?
When people argue.
The people were mad about that. You didn't know?
No, I didn't know that.
Argue, like they go, "Oh man, why don't we get more voice actors to do things instead of like the 5 people that rotate around all the time?" And then they do get this new person, and then they get upset about it. Like,
hey, Coast, can I tell you something?
No, you can't tell me something.
You been on the internet, bro?
Yes, but like I don't understand how this is a continuous cycle. I'm so tired of this, man.
Because
normal people hate change,
are
and then
shitty and they'll
Nintendo
never
people.
change,
Then you haven't been
because
on the
we are sitting on a rock that is hurling through an endless void of nothing. That's what we're doing. We're just sitting here fucking around.
That's what you think.
It's
Prove to me you're not a brain in a jar right now.
I think it's pretty much because Mario's voice has never changed. And since Mario's been voiced, has been the same person. Like if they switched Mario's voice more often, it wouldn't be as much of an uproar. People would have been like, "Oh, that's kind of sad," but then it'd been like, it's like when Sonic's voice changed so often, it's very rare people are super up in arms about Sonic being recast. It's more just like, "Oh, it's Sonic's voice switched. Well, that kind of sucks. I kind of like."
I pray to God every day the new Sonic, the current one, gets recast. I pray every day.
I like Roger Clicks.
You know what I pray for, Roger?
Wait, hold on. I don't want to transition away from this yet because I still got something else about Wonder I want to talk about. Yeah.
So Mario, I think 2D especially, is in a weird spot where it was almost like a consistent release like Pokemon for a while.
Yeah.
Do you think that we're gonna go a long time again without seeing another 2D, or like do you think they're gonna stick with the Wonder thing where it's like all wacky, or like what's gonna happen?
I would rather.
Wonder's gonna be the new formula for what New Super Mario Bros. Was.
Yes, I agree. I want like another game in the Wonder engine. Yeah, for sure.
I'd be more than fine with waiting a few years for another 2D Mario game.
Yeah.
If it's like as
you want every 2D
and
Mario to look different,
imaginative
like how it used to.
Yeah, like have its own kind of look and feel.
I'm honestly
that was a big thing. Mario games having their own identity in terms of. Pretty much
I guess
everything.
it was. Yeah, it's true. Like the jump from the original to 2 to then 3 to World was all vastly different. I would actually also be fine with that, but I also would not be opposed to like a Wonder 2 if they wanted to do it. I'm sure the game is going to be very successful. I feel like everything that was released this weekend, they were all big releases that I'm sure are going to be successful. But I feel like I would not be opposed to them continuing this formula, adding some more characters to it, building upon the imaginative ideas, and doing something cool with the Wonder like engine, because I also feel like visually this is a nice sweet spot for Mario. I think if they just continue to add on this is really, really nice.
Like a cute little
like
cartoon facing. Like I like how they're facing forward now.
Yes. I also think the other thing about this is, and they've talked about this in interviews regarding the game, they just let them take their time with this. There was no time limit on like when you're going to release Mario Wonder. They were just kind of like, get as creative as you want to get, do what you want to do. We're going to let the game come out when it's ready to come out. And then we got it, right? And it got announced a couple months ago when they released it. And now all of a sudden it's like the best 2D Mario since Mario World. So I think do another thing like that, right? Either build upon this, have a nice interim game if you really need to have a 2D Mario on like the Switch 2 or whatever, or just, like you said, completely reimagine it again, do something different. I feel like we're not going to get one for a while because I think the next mainline Mario will probably be a 3D game. I think it'll be like a big open world, just like all the rumors are saying. It's probably going to be a big open world Mario game.
After how much of a hit Odyssey was, and people are still begging for an Odyssey sequel, like it's going to be a huge.
It's something totally different. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more in line with something like a Bowser's Fury, but like a full fleshed out game. And, that'll be on
like
Switch too.
No loading between areas. Each, like, you could see, like, all the biomes are connected and you, like,
Right. And I think that'd be amazing. Yeah. And you jump through pipes and stuff and exploring things. But, if they want to continue the Wonder idea for the next 2D game or do something different, I'm fine. But I also feel like because Wonder was so good and because they changed it up so much, I think they also can't rest on their laurels. I think now we're in a situation where like the game is going to sell regardless, right? But I think the prestige is kind of back with Wonder. You know what I mean? Like I feel like New Super Mario Brothers came out, it reviewed well, and I don't think any of those 2D games necessarily reviewed poorly, but I feel like the prestige of the 2D series washed away with New Super Mario Brothers 2, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, New Super Mario Brothers Wii U. Like no one really gave a shit anymore. Right. And I feel like they now have that back with Wonder, and that's kind of why I'm wondering if maybe they do just wait a little bit before they do the next one and do something totally different, or they really polish the next one, up their creativity level, make something super cool and unique and build upon it and maybe continue on sort of like how we had Super Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3. Maybe they do that with Wonder. You get Super Mario Wonder, Super Mario Wonder 2, Super Mario Wonder 3, and each one is still vastly different but has the same visual style. And I think
I'm
they
going to
can
give
do that.
Nintendo their title. I'm going to give them the title right now for the sequel. Super Mario Wonderful.
Okay.
There you go. Super Mario Bros. Wonderful.
Okay. You want more?
You do Wonder. There you go. No. You're on it.
Us?
You're on it. I think they do Wonder, then Super Mario Bros. Wonderful,
I think,
and Super Mario Bros. Wonderland, or Super Mario Wondrous. They could easily play on Wonder.
They could do Super Mario Wonderland, and then it's like 3D land. Oh God.
Super Mario Wonder World. That'd be fire, bro. I like it. Yeah.
The weirdest, like, I don't know. Mario was in such a weird spot for so long where he was like, he went from the premier Nintendo guy to, hey, we made a Mario game.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy how Zelda's at the forefront now.
Yeah. Well,
it is.
Have you seen the new, have you guys seen the new picture that shows like the main 5 Nintendo franchises? It was like, it's Animal Crossing, Mario,
Zelda, Pikmin, and Splatoon.
Pikmin and Splatoon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are their big 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Pikmin were added recently. They were added to the picture and the
Pikmin. I think this is the first year though, and I'm saying this as a diehard Pikmin fan. I've loved Pikmin for so long. I feel like this is the first actual year in which I feel like that's warranted, because I think Miyamoto has been trying to make Pikmin happen for so long and pushing it for so long. And the games were always good, but I feel like Pikmin 4 really did perfect the formula. I think they took.
I gotta get on Pikmin.
I can't believe how good that game is.
It's so good. I think that's another thing that like come the end of the year, I don't think anyone's going to be talking about that game as like a game of the year contender at all, because there's just too much good stuff that came out this year.
That's genuinely a game of the year contender.
Pikmin
4.
I
usually have problems focusing on stuff now.
Yeah.
And I almost pretty much never 100% games, and I did it with Pikmin
100%ed
4.
it as well. I did too. I feel like that game just takes everything good from all of the previous iterations and perfects it.
Post game, dude.
Has a whole post game, and again, I feel like it's selling really well as well. Like someone already brought up in the chat, Pikmin 4 has outsold Final Fantasy 16.
I swear that game is underperforming. I feel like it is.
And it's still. Wait, you mean Pikmin or Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy.
Oh,
I feel like it's underperforming.
I don't know. I think Final Fantasy 16 is doing really well. Especially, you got to remember
I feel like it's underperforming by whatever standards they had.
But I mean, you got to remember it's a PS5 exclusive. Like it's not a multi-platform.
Like put it everywhere.
But I feel like Pikmin 4 is now finally in the forefront in terms of one of the franchises. Yeah.
I'm also glad that every Pikmin game is now on the Switch.
Yes.
So you can easily get into the franchise via the Switch.
Yeah.
I got to get into that series.
I think you would love it. I think specifically you would love it.
I tried playing 2 once, and
Pikmin 2 makes people have nightmares because of the underground.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't even like I didn't like it. I don't remember why I stopped playing.
I think Pikmin 2 is also frustrating. I think if you went into Pikmin for the first time and played Pikmin 2, I could totally understand being frustrated because if
it's hard,
you kind of need to have played the first game to like get the mechanics down to then jump into the second one, and then immediately you're in the caverns and you're like, what the heck is happening here? Yeah, it's great. But anyway, we've talked about Mario enough. What was the segue? Go ahead.
Let's talk about Spider-Man again.
We can talk about Spider-Man again.
Great, but I'm not gonna. You know what else is great?
What else is great, Tito?
The award-winning MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV Online. But you know what isn't great?
What isn't great?
That new dog shit ass melee DPS class. What the fuck?
Okay, I agree. Thank you. I actually agree.
Did I just look
Wait,
at
before everybody pops off about this, so I'm pretty much done with that game now, and my one thing that I was gonna come back for and play was if they added pirate. I don't know what the fuck this.
What is Viper? Like, I understand that they wanted to put something in that was a dual wielding sword thing. Okay, put a picture in the chat. I'll throw it up. I like the idea behind it, right? Like, I like the idea of a dual wielding sword user. That's fine, but this is not when they hyped up Dawn Trail. When I saw that first teaser, I'm like, you're gonna give me pirate, you're gonna give me swashbuckler, you're gonna give me something. Viper is not it, bro. This is not it. Like,
I think this
I'm gonna pull this on screen.
No, let me tell you the problem.
Go ahead. This is Viper. I put it on screen.
What the real problem is, okay? Because a lot of people be like, "Wow, look, he has 2 swords. It's so cool." First of all, shut up. Okay, 2 swords is not is you know how many swords are in this game?
That's true, and we have double knives too.
We have another melee DPS with 2
It's
knives.
like,
you just have 2.
No, okay,
it's
but
2
it's the
swords
way you
instead of
use
2
the
knives.
weapons.
It's like Ninja 2.0, bro.
But the way a ninja fights and the way a dual sword character fights are different.
This is the real problem, okay? Oh my god. Where I'm talking specifically, look at the gameplay trailer. If you look
Yeah,
at
I
the
did.
gameplay- If you look at the gameplay trailer, that shit looks dog shit.
No, what are you talking about? What?
I don't agree.
I don't think the gameplay looks bad. I think the design and the name of the actual class is not what I like.
Same, Roger. I'm on.
Yeah, because the gameplay is fine.
Easily work around in the,
Yeah.
the context.
I
of
think
this
the
game.
visual of Viper looks really good. Like when I saw the picture, someone just linked the picture in a Discord.
Really
I'm like,
good,
what
Cole?
is that, bro? What are you talking, bro? The animations.
It's a dual fighter that
Bro,
swings. He has very.
Bro, the last melee DPS class that we got was Reaper.
Okay.
Yes, someone used a two-handed
And
scythe. Yes.
And you're gonna tell me that looks even
Yes.
comparable with
Yes,
all
it does.
Well,
He has
see,
two
No, Viram, this would
swords.
be
You could
this would
attach
be
them together.
comparable
Like that's
if
so
he was
cool.
using big cool swords and not little skinny bitch swords.
big, cool
We'd be
swords is
talking.
fine.
That's what I mean, though. Is that like the gameplay itself looks good? Like I
Literally
Toast
takes
and
the
I are
two
in agreement.
swords,
Let me
puts
get
them
the
together into
No,
a
no,
double,
no.
like
No,
into
no.
a dual
The
blade.
difference-
What are you talking
The
about?
visuals, the
Hey,
visuals
McDarrett, I'm with
themselves.
you on this one. Don't worry. I'm with you on this one, McDarrett.
Let me get you the gameplay trailer, Roger, so you can throw it up so people.
Okay,
can
go ahead.
see what people were talking about. Okay?
Yeah.
This is my issue. Okay. First of all,
I haven't even watched this. I just don't want to.
I think I hold a different standard, especially if you are the class that the main character is. This is the canonical class for the Warrior of Light. He is a Viper for this expansion. Okay, that's what he is. You are not going to, he turns the animation of him combining the swords, that's cool, sure. But everything else, he just has a blue fart gas around him, and then he just does a bunch of shit that the ninja already does.
It's also in terms of
definitely
medieval,
not
in terms of anything fantasy, it's incredibly generic.
At least for how they hyped
wait,
up
hold on,
this
hold on,
area.
hold on.
'Cause,
Wait,
like,
wait. How many times has Final Fantasy had a dual wielder? Like literally.
Literally, Zidane
I
in
said in
FF9.
terms of fantasy. Did I say? I
You've
said
got
Final Fantasy.
Oh, I thought you meant because I'm
In
like,
terms
it's
of
happened a
medieval
lot
fantasy,
in Final
dual wielding
Fantasy
is so
for sure.
rare in games. Like it's not
What
common
the
in
fuck are
medieval.
you talking about?
No, bro. It is not common.
Sounds
That
like
in
some
video games
cope.
they let you dual wield. No, it's not. I always play dual wielders. Half the
Sounds
games
like
you
some
play, you
cope.
can't actually dual wield. They don't let you.
I could do it in Dragon Quest.
You can do it in Monster Hunter.
Yes, it's dual blades. Yes. So you
That
named
just
2
wasn't
games.
awesome.
You want to do
Why?
more?
No, but I'm saying
I
it
mean,
looks.
If I Google characters using 2 swords,
Rex and
this
Xenoblade.
entire
That you
argument
can
falls
play.
apart.
That was Rex in a DLC.
Is he playable? Is he playable?
Yes.
Yeah,
Bro,
he's
you're acting
playable.
like that's
Shut up,
every
shut
single
up,
medieval game
shut
that
up,
exists.
shut up,
No.
Wait, he is
no.
playable. Wait,
You're
wait,
naming
he
like
is.
3 games, bro.
No, you're
You're thinking
moving
like you
goalposts.
made your point. No, I'm not. You said in every medieval fantasy game it's common. No, it is not.
Here's what I'm saying, okay? You have to look at it. You have to, when you are the character, especially if you are the main character's class, if that's supposed to be me, okay? You can't, like, if they want to up the, Viram, I heard you earlier, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. Maybe they sauce it up a lot. But if this is the first time I'm looking at this, you need to show me some shit. This is not some shit, bro. This is just you hitting your 1, 2, 3. Like, I can name damn near every other melee class in the game, and it looks better than this. Like, visually, it looks better.
I don't
That I don't agree.
4
though.
abilities of a full class. Like I don't
agree with that.
I don't.
Because to me, I don't agree. I don't agree with the gameplay itself. Because to me, like when I'm playing through a game,
Yo, doesn't
or
Kratos
like with
use 2
FF14, Kratos does too.
Blades,
Yeah.
I guess.
But wait, because when I'm playing something like
You
Final
can name
Fantasy
so
14,
many
we
characters
literally
in any game
we
that
just
use
had this
melee weapons.
conversation.
Congratulations.
We
bro.
just had this conversation on the last podcast, right? Where I was like,
Bro, if you're
man, I
making a
want
distinct
another
definition
DPS
between
character.
blades and
Swords, you need to suck my whole
Wait.
mustache.
Let me get through this.
'cause
Wait.
Your whole argument that dual wielding's
This
common.
is
it
this
really
is
not that
devolving.
common.
Time out.
But it's
Time out.
okay.
Time out. This is devolving.
Wait, hold on. Calm down. Go, Reg.
Thank you for
Okay.
the input, Ricky.
Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. What I was gonna say is that I think the thing that I'm disappointed by is not that there's another DPS class. I wanted this, right? I just mentioned on the other show, I'm kind of tired of just playing Samurai now. I want something different. Like visually, it looks fine. I have no problem with the way the actual attacks look visually or the idea of a dual wielding character. My problem is that the way that Dawn Trail initially teased this area, right? I got a tropical swashbuckler pirate kind of vibe from this class. I thought for sure this would be the time that they would do it. And to me, with the announcement and the reveal of Viper, it just seems underwhelming to me compared to what I expected. Again, I think the game itself will be fine. I think playing Viper is going to be totally okay. But I am not like excited to play this in the same way that I would have been.
I really think it's just the weapons for me. Like
I think so
the
too.
weapons just seem like a Walmart toy that you would get for your kids
That's
for
what I'm
Halloween.
saying.
If the swords were
But other than that,
fucking pieces of
like
shit.
you can get
Like,
new,
that's
you'll
the only
probably
2
get
swords
new
this class can
weapons
ever
in,
use. Like,
in hey, yo, hold up. You can probably get way better weapons that look way better.
Sure.
In,
But
later on
I
expand
really
whatever.
don't think the
But-
size is going to drastically change because that pretty much never happens with sword-based weapons. Because all of the katanas I have are the same in size. All of the well, in terms of they're like they're like
all the
different
paladin swords are the
lengths,
same,
but that's
all the
about it.
gunbreaker swords are the same size.
Yeah,
actually,
but the designs will change. Like,
Yeah.
that's like if your issue with it is they're 2 standard swords, like the patterns, all that stuff can change with different weapons. It's not like you're forced to use these weapons for the rest of the time.
Man,
you
I
ever
just
play.
want a
No, the problem
lightsaber.
is that
I
don't
want
learn.
a Darth
That's
Maul
it.
lightsaber.
Here's my question, because I know McDermott's gonna say I'm gonna because it's dual wielding. I get it. I'm not talking to you. If you are looking at all the classes,
Okay.
because this isn't for him, because I know what he's gonna say. That's not me trying to be a dick. I just know he's gonna say yes. So, for everybody else, if you were looking at this class, right? Let's say you want to play a melee DPS, okay? And you are just looking at them in idle, okay? And you see Reaper, you see Monk, you see Dancer, or not Dancer, the other the
Dragoon.
thank you, Dragoon.
Oh, Dragoon, yeah.
You see Ninja, okay?
Okay.
How many of you are picking this over everything else you see?
Fuck no.
No cap. I would pick Viper over some other things.
No, that's
'Cause
not what I
they-
said.
Nah.
Over
I already
Samurai?
locked in
I said
Dragoon,
over all of
and
them.
I'm
What did you-
locked in
what?
Dragoon.
Or
I
Dragoon?
said over all of them, not some of them. I said over all of them.
What does that have to do with anything though? Why does that gotta be all
no,
of
but
them?
I'm making a point. I'm making a point here. If that's
What's
the
the
one
point?
you pick, no, if that's the one you pick over everything I just said, that's fine, right? But if it's not, then the argument can be made for anything else that there is something clearly lacking here. And what it is, it's that it doesn't.
That's just personal preference. What? That's personal. You were digging so hard to talk about personal preference. It is crazy. Like what?
Hold on. Okay. So when you're picking a melee or any class, especially in an MMO, as you all know, a lot of it has to do with self-inserting and the visual of what you're literally looking at, right? Because you're gonna be this character for a while. Okay. So if you're playing this character and the immediate reaction that you get from this character is not evoking the same thing that something else, like a Dragoon evokes, like a Reaper evokes, then clearly it's lacking here. Because it doesn't evoke anything. It doesn't, it's just you're just standing there with two swords.
Yes, which doesn't evoke something.
My personal criteria at this point, when I'm playing through this game is like, 1, does the class have a fun kit that like looks good, flows nicely when it's at its maximum level? And 2, is the class at least reasonably fun to play at lower levels when I'm doing, daily
grinding out, sure,
and the stuff? And it's like, to take the example of Reaper, for example, Reaper's super cool when you're playing it at 90, but when you're playing it below that level, it is awful. It is the most boring class in the game comfortably because it does nothing. It does its 1, 2, 3 up until level 70.
I think Summoner's worse.
Summoner is really bad as well.
I think Summoner's
Reaper, like play Reaper at 50. It is literally 1, 2, 3 and an OG.
I'm just because you're not moving a Summoner. That's the only difference. Like you're just staying there. You're just green.
You can move.
You're just green,
and
red,
Garuda.
yellow, green,
the Legos,
red,
the Legos.
Yellow.
But yeah, like for me, honestly, with Viper, it's like, and with these gameplay trailers in general, it's like, well, I can't really judge anything because this is barely actual gameplay, right? We're seeing a few gameplay animations of the character, but we're not seeing how the character operates and like what the idea of its kit is and what it's aiming to do. To me, until I get to that point, I can't really feel anything.
I watched this trailer and I was like, what the fuck am I like? I'm not excited to play. Like I don't want to play this class. Like I'm just not excited.
Yo, what's up? I took a shit.
There's no when they announced Reaper as an example, to your point, Virum, like he summons a whole fucking avatar and he fucking like that's cool. Like oh shit, like he's doing some shit here, or like it's just. But here it's just a bunch of slashes. Like I think at the very least what they showed, they could have like show me a level 100 ability, bro. Show me something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, just a couple slashes. He literally took 2 swords and put them together to make a new type of weapon you have not seen in this game.
Rex did
like, okay, thanks. That's not in this fucking game, dude.
Rex
over there. Okay, bro. Anyway, he does something that you have not seen anyone in Final Fantasy XIV do. That's brand new to this character.
Yeah.
And they've explained that they want him to be a style where he overwhelms you with quick slashes, but then he can put the 2 swords together and do powerful, like, 2-handed attacks. Like, that stuff is just cool for this type of character. Because, one, again, obviously it's pretty obvious. I just like dual-wield classes because it's rare. I play a monk because there wasn't a dual-wield sword class when the game came out, and I didn't end up liking the way ninja is because the way ninja fights is way different than the way traditional dual-wield works. Like, this is more closer to, like, a rogue. And that's the fantasy style that I really like in games like this. So that now there's a character that's that, and he has the ability to do this special thing and make dual blades, and has an install. Like, all that stuff looks really cool to me because of the style of character I want. So for people that wanted that in 14, this character fills that.
But I will say
made me
something.
uninstall the game.
Something that looks cool to me. I will say something that looks cool to me that they did announce during this is I do like whatever that Final Fantasy 16 crossover thing is. I don't know if that's like, what is that? Is that an alliance raid? Like, what's going on with that?
I don't know. You mean talk about Fall Guys?
No. I'm talking about Final Fantasy 16 is in 14 now.
It's a quest.
It's a quest. Okay. Because that looks really cool, actually, where you fight him.
From it?
I don't know. Torgal?
Dog mount.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
I'll do it.
I'll definitely do that, but I'll definitely play that. Yeah. I'm excited.
I understand what you're saying, McDuff, but I mean, you could say like I expect to see something I've never seen before in a new class. That just is implied, like because it's a new class. I shouldn't see some new shit.
Yeah, but you didn't have to go all out and say it looks like trash.
It
bro.
does look like trash though. Like,
No,
I
it doesn't.
legitimately think
like,
it looks not fun.
My thing is, okay, it's your usual thing, but you'll say something that is an opinion as an objective fact, and that's like the thing that's going on here. It's like you personally, you don't like it. That's fine.
I think it looks like trash. What
Yes.
about that is? Because
But
I'm
the
saying
way
it confidently because I mean
no,
it,
because
like,
then you're going all out about like, oh, but objectively, someone picks a character, we'll line up all these characters, randomly pick one.
To illustrate my point. Like I was like.
Wait,
like
objectively.
I said, let me see what people are thinking here.
Objectively, I'm over this conversation. I want to move on to the next thing. And the next thing I want to talk about, and McDareth, I think this is perfect time to bring this up.
Oh my
you can talk about
God.
something. And
pick
actually,
another shit.
Viram, I think Viram, you've played this as well now, right? Let's talk a little bit about the third big game that came out this week. We had Spider-Man 2, we had Super Mario Wonder, and we have Sonic Superstars. Now, I will say this. From the beginning, I was excited for Sonic Superstars. I thought it looked cool. Now that you two have played the game, what do you feel about Sonic Superstars?
Really quick. Something I can say is we have a discussion of this on YouTube, and
I was actually just about to say that myself.
Oh, we do.
We can talk about a little on the show. We literally do this for everything. We can talk about a little on the show. It's not gonna take that long.
I do want to know general thoughts in case anyone hasn't heard the full spoiler cast discussion that you guys did for Sonic Superstars. General impressions on the game. How do you feel about it overall?
Okay, abridged thoughts. It's all right. There's some really fun levels, some not so fun levels. The bosses, for the most part, range from mediocre to absolute fucking garbage. The soundtrack is a mixed bag, which is very strange for a Sonic game. It's the least consistent Sonic soundtrack like ever. Characters look nice. Levels sometimes look nice, sometimes look okay. And yeah, overall, it's an okay game. I would recommend it once it goes on sale for like $20 instead of the 60 it is now, 50 or 60, whatever it is.
Yeah, they are crackheads for charging that.
Yeah, it's definitely not a $60 game.
But you would say you would recommend it once it goes on sale.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's decent enough. It's nowhere near as good as Mania, but
it seems like the general consensus, without like flaming it, is like the most average Sonic game ever.
Yeah,
it's just a Sonic game.
It's a bit of a shame because like it should have been an easy home run because I think they got some of the hardest things right. Like they got stuff like the aesthetic and the physics and like the overall pacing of the game, bosses aside, stuff like that feels good. But then it kind of fails in areas where you wouldn't expect, and that kind of bogs down the experience as a whole.
That's a bit of a shame.
I feel like this game further solidifies for me that I want them to stop making Genesis-style games. Because they always, like, the issue with this game, in my opinion, is they're trying to play it so safe that it just comes up and feels mediocre.
When you say a Genesis-style game, do you mean like just classic style in general, or do you mean specifically
like trying to make games like Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD? I think they should just move past that. Because like I feel like I didn't really talk much during Wonder, but the thing I would say about Wonder is like it feels like the people who made Wonder understand what makes a Mario game and aren't afraid to push the boundaries of what it means to be a Mario game. Well, it feels like every time we do a 2D Sonic these days, they're so trying to force themselves to feel like, oh, this has to play like a Genesis game, that like it's lazy. It feels lazy, and then I feel like the game doesn't actually improve from that.
See, so I'm glad you brought that comparison up, because you brought up something on the full spoiler cast that actually I listened to. I listened to you guys because I have no worry about Sonic spoilers in the slightest. I was just curious about the game. And so I listened to it, and you brought up the comparison to like you wanted something more akin to Sonic Advance and the way that changed things up. I do actually feel like that comparison of like the original Sonic games to Sonic Advance versus like the original Mario games and like what they did with New Super Mario Brothers over to Wonder actually does kind of make a lot of sense, because they feel very, very different. Like the Sonic Advance games are absolutely distinct to those original Genesis games, but still have the DNA of those original games that made you kind of fall in love with them. And so I am kind of curious, what in Superstars, beyond just, trying to feel like the Genesis games again, what made it feel like they weren't really trying? Like, because obviously they added these new characters.
Statement?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I have always felt like people were praising that it looks good. I've always felt like it looked really bland. It reminds me almost if like we lived in an alternate universe and we got a million new Super Mario Bros. Games, but Sonic instead.
I think specifically for me, the characters look really nice, but I think the levels don't quite hit the same notes that the characters do. Because like Sonic and Company look really cute in motion. I think their models look nice, but I think.
Oh, speaking of models, you reminded me that this is basically going to become the BDSP of Sonic games. Because
Well, hold
it's
on,
made
wait.
in Unity.
Obi's going crazy in the background. What is going on? Hold on.
So it's incredibly easy
I've already
to mod.
seen some of the mods.
Yeah, people imported like Sonic Rush model, the meter, the tricks, pretty much everything already. It's gonna be the best Sonic game for modding, probably.
Oh, he's quiet now.
That's the best thing about it.
I feel like the only stage that was really special to me was like the cyberspace stage or whatever it was called. Because like, Cyber Station. Because they even had a thing where the characters went voxel. Like the enemies were all voxel, the rings were voxel. Your character went through a thing and went voxel, and like that feels almost like what Mario Wonder does, where it just does something interesting, changes it, and that level plays really uniquely. I kind of wish they went all in on that, because that would feel special if all the stages had effects on all the enemies, all your characters. Like a lot of them do change the enemies, but your characters are the same.
Does Amy have a hammer in this?
Yes.
Okay. Does she? You know how like in Sonic Advance, which one is the one that Amy's playable in? Where you do like the little jumping circle hammer thing. I like that.
Yeah.
All of them. Okay.
One is where she does that.
Got it. So that's not in this.
It is her, because she has a double jump, and then if you hold A, she'll land and run with the hammer to hit things in front of her.
Got it. Okay.
She plays the same as she does in Sonic Origins. If you've
Okay.
Origins.
Okay. Dang.
Like, that's one nice thing is they made all the characters feel unique at least. Like since Sonic's the only one drop dash, Tails flies, obviously Knuckles glides. Like all that stuff is kind of cool, but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just kind of unfortunate the state that the game basically is because of them wanting to stick to a 30-year-old format instead of doing something new.
One of the other big things that's about it that's new, right, is that introduction to that new character, Trip, like the lizard. Do you like Trip? Do you think this is a character that's going to continue on in like future Sonic games, or do you think this is more like a one-off that's probably not going to be brought back again?
I hope she's brought back. I like her.
I think they probably will. They even teased in like a Tales 2 that beforehand, which is them just doing stuff on Twitter, but actually has some story implications. But they teased in it that, maybe we should contact Trip at like the end of that. So
got it.
They might bring her back for stuff. She's the most unique, obviously. It's not much to say with her besides spoiler stuff. There's one thing with her that Zeph brought up earlier, the Neopets thing. I think that's kind of dumb because they literally did that before many other characters even had a chance to get something like that. So I'm not too crazy. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but story.
This is what I'm calling a Neopet, by the way. I'm gonna post it.
Let's see this.
It's quite literally like the dragon Neopet.
Oh.
It's in yeah.
This does kind of look like what I saw before. Hold on, wait. Wait, but this isn't from Sonic, right? That you're linking.
It
this
is.
I'm not going to post that on stream then. Wait a minute.
It is.
Oh, that's a huge spoiler then. I'm glad I stopped myself. That does kind of look like a Shoryu from Neopets. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. I thought it literally was a Neopet. That's why I asked if that was from the end of the game.
No, yeah, that's a form.
Oh, okay.
Leave it at that.
Oh. All right.
But it's based on the species she is, so like I get it.
That's
but
your
at the same
supersonic
time,
equivalent?
Yes.
Why is okay.
Interesting?
But like,
I don't hate
she's the
that,
only
though.
one that
If
like
that's-
physically changes.
If
right?
that's her super,
Yes.
I don't hate that. If
Besides
that's like
Sonic,
a special
yes.
form, that's not terrible.
It's just the
She
way
doesn't always look like
it's
this.
also the way it happens is kind of like why, but whatever.
Is this a totally new character? Is she in anything?
Yes, she's brand new.
Brand new.
New to this game, yeah.
And even
Alright.
I'm gonna forget his name, but the person who designed Sonic, it works at the company that made the game, so he designed her.
He designed her? Yeah, okay.
Got it. All right.
I think she looks mostly okay, but her like base form's nose throws me off.
Yeah, 'cause, like it's nice to have like I guess a lizard or reptile character that is actual normal Sonic height. Most are like vector and like really tall. And
Yeah.
weird. I will also say, like Viren said, the boss in this game are fucking ass. They are so bad.
It seems to be a theme with these platformers. The bosses are kind of underwhelming compared to the rest of the game.
Okay, Wonder's bosses are underwhelming. This game's bosses are fucking awful.
Oh, like just
Am
straight
I
up
wrong
bad.
in saying that 2D Sonic's bosses historically have always been like there's like a few good ones, but they're mostly pretty like
I
whatever.
like Sonic Manias.
yeah,
Sonic Manias were great.
But they're normally
They're
whatever because
whatever,
you can just
they're
run
not
into them,
awful.
right? These are you're sitting here until the boss lets you hit him. And you're
Oh
just
yeah, because
stuck.
Eggman like guards his face.
Oh.
And stuff. Oh, yeah, I
They
played. yeah,
waste your time
a lot of
so
time,
much.
especially the Supersonic boss is the worst Supersonic boss they've ever made. It's so frustrating. Like literally, okay, so obviously wasting time. The other stuff's like whatever. Timer doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
But a Supersonic fight, it does. That's how you lose. So the boss literally makes it so that you are just stuck. It can't do anything, and he'll like also only way to get more rings is your friends show up to give them to you. That's random on who shows up. They give different rings. If you get Amy, she gives like boxes. You're getting like 40 rings for Amy. Random if you ever see her. It's random if the other ones pop up. The boss is like a command grab that forces you into another scene that can happen as a friend shows up, so you just don't get rings there. Like, that final boss is literally an RNG fest until the game decides to give you enough rings that you can beat him. It's so fucking stupid.
Okay. Strong opinions then on the bosses in Sonic Superstars. Well, that I think covers everything. We touched on Mario Wonder. We touched on Spider-Man 2, the Final Fantasy
I
14
remember
news,
something.
Sonic Superstars. Let's hear it. What's the last word?
How did they fuck up the Puerto Rican flag in Spider-Man, bro?
Okay, can we? Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay, this is not a spoiler. Actually, it is, but like you don't give a shit because this suit sucks. Let me show you. Okay.
Is it the one I called ugly?
Okay, hold on. Let me get the picture for you. Where is it?
Also, do we want to do Game Award predictions? at this
Oh,
point,
yeah,
or-
actually, this is a perfect opportunity while you're bringing this up. Let us go around Discord order, right? Game Awards normally has how many nominees for Game of the Year?
6.
6. I want to go Discord order and talk about what we think the 6 nominees are for Game of the Year. If you guys are down to do that, if you're
I'm gonna post
mostly
it for
ready.
spoiler
I
alert.
won't be able to name 6 games, so everyone else can. I don't mind.
I think you can, Zeph.
Yeah, I definitely think you
cannot.
can. You can't name 6 games.
I play old shit pretty much.
Yeah, but like.
But
I
you
think
know,
just
what
by
came out.
osmosis.
You know what's good.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you could.
Maybe.
Try in your head. How many can you get in your head?
I'll think about it. I'm last anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, go ahead, McDareth.
Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3. I think Starfield, but I guess it depends. Spider-Man 2. I don't know about Wonder. I think Wonder has a chance. But the thing is, I'm trying to find 6 because now it's like FF16, but I don't think FF16 should even be up there. But it's like I'm running out of things to pick in my head right now. Might be it. Oh yeah, RE4. RE4 remake.
Okay. Coast?
Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder, Hi-Fi Rush, and Xenoblade Future Redeemed.
All right. You think that's actually going to get in contention for Game of the Year?
He's not
I
being
genuinely,
serious. He's not
I
being
genuinely think it like.
Wow.
Nominate DLC?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that before.
I don't think so, but like, that's an entire expansion. Like,
Oh, no, it's amazing. I definitely think it would deserve to be there. I
feel
just don't
like
necessarily know.
it would be like
I feel like if they
Cyberpunk's DLC were to win.
yeah, I feel like if they were to do like a DLC thing, they'd probably
that
do
could honestly
Cyberpunks.
that could be a new
Category? Yeah. Like
category,
expansion,
yeah, like
best expansion?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I'd be down with that. Ricky.
I don't even.
You know damn well he didn't.
All right, I shouldn't even ask. All right, so here are my.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, I can at least piggyback off what was already said.
Okay.
Definitely Tears.
You act like you know what you're talking about, true?
Yeah. I have to at least pretend. 100% Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Probably not Baldur's Gate because that's, even though I keep hearing it's a good game, I think it's too niche. I don't know if it's gonna actually make it to Game of the Year.
I got some
come
facts
on,
for you
bro.
that would,
Oh, no way.
eliminate that.
Oh
Ricky,
no.
Ricky, you should have just said names. When you started explaining, you self-reported that.
No. Just watch it. Not actually.
Bro said
get
Baldur's
nominated.
Gate is too niche when it was like the most played Steam game. Like
Yeah, there's
ever.
0% chance that Baldur's
Play a
Gate.
little bit of it too,
Baldur's
and
Gate's a
then-
lock, man.
Okay,
Like,
you
it, like,
really
broke-
think so?
Yeah.
It broke
Yeah.
into the top 5 of like most played Steam games of all
Of
time.
all time,
Like,
yeah.
you should have just.
It's
said,
approaching
I
10
agree.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we just redact that part of the. Okay, we can have vanilla change that
Nah,
part.
that's not getting
and,
edited
and
out.
I
You
definitely
gotta hold
said
that.
Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder 100%. That game is awesome. Oh shit. Skull Island: Rise of Kong.
Oh no.
Oh, and don't forget Flubber starring
I got
Robin
it.
Williams.
Oh,
Don't forget,
my
don't
God.
forget the Smeagol game or whatever the.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Gollum one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say,
All
just
right.
say Pizza
Okay,
Tower. Just say
alright,
Pizza
it's-
Tower.
Here we go. So
Pizza Tower.
There you
Pizza
go.
Tower.
I think there's 4 locks. Of the 6, I could safely say 4 guaranteed. Like, thinking about it in my head now, I think the 4 locks are Zelda, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man, and Resident Evil 4. I think those 4, no matter what, are going to be nominated for Game of the Year, no doubt about it. I think the last 2 slots are really dependent on what the world exclusives are going to be at this thing. Because I think if there is a big Xbox world exclusive at this, I think either Hi-Fi Rush or Starfield will be up there as a nomination. I actually think, realistically, because of how much they like to have an indie representative in there for Game of the Year, I think Hi-Fi Rush is actually more likely than Starfield. If they're going to actually put like a quote-unquote Microsoft game in there, I think Hi-Fi Rush. But if they don't end up doing a Microsoft game, like a guaranteed must-be-there kind of game, I think actually Final Fantasy 16 gets that 5th slot. Because there's still a lot of people who love it. I feel like the hype wore down a little bit, but I was shocked that none of you brought up 16 yet. I feel like that's close to a lock, not quite a lock. I feel like 16.
I genuinely don't expect Resident Evil 4 remake to be there.
I
Game
think
that
there's
none
no
of you
way
brought
that
up
it.
yet that I think Tito might bring up.
Wait,
Yeah.
you didn't hear my
Yeah, I
6
think-
though.
I
You
think
didn't hear my
you're-
6
yeah.
because I think I'm
Okay.
in agreement with you. Because I was gonna say that for the 5th
Don't steal my
slot,
bar.
I think it's Hi-Fi Rush or Starfield, and then or Final Fantasy 16 if neither, and then I think that 6th slot is
Don't
one
steal
of
my
2.
bars.
I think one could be Mario Wonder. Because I think
Okay.
there is a possibility because of how good that game is that they do end up giving Nintendo 2 big nominations. But if not, I think this is the first time since Smash Brothers that we see a fighting game up for Game
God
of the Year,
damn it, he
and we
took
do
my
Street
bars.
Fighter 6.
Yep, fair.
He took my bars.
So if I had to do exactly 6, if I had to guess right now, gun to head, I think it's Zelda, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 remake, Hi-Fi Rush, and Street Fighter 6.
Took my whole bar, word for word, bro.
Stole your flow, bro.
We asked for his list. He named 10 games. God damn it.
I gave 6. I gave my final 6. Oh, we just did agreement with the
Right,
6?
He said 5 or 6, right? And then proceeded
Yeah.
to name 10. Roger, you're not slick, bro.
No, I said the explanation. I said my
yeah.
final 6.
Anyway. God damn it.
Yours are the
Baldur's
same, aren't they,
Gate
Tito?
3, Spider-Man 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Tears of the Kingdom. I think I just don't think Resident Evil 4 is like I just don't think that game can go without being nominated. That is touted as one of the greatest games of all time. I think it would be off of Legacy alone.
The remake's
I think that
impeccable
would be
too.
up
I
there.
think, yeah.
And I think Street Fighter 6 actually. I think I would be surprised if it wasn't up there. You could argue it's the biggest. I don't even think argue, but you could I think it's the biggest 2D fighting game, on launch in terms of promotion, in terms of money put at it. Yes, Mortal Kombat, yes, Tekken exists, but we're talking about dollars to dollars in terms of how much juice is behind it. Street Fighter 6 was insane in terms of the amount of promotion. Like Wayne on it, people like it's just crazy. And I honestly think even with that, I'm even gonna say right here, I think Spider-Man wins. I think Spider-Man over Baldur's Gate. I think not even the fact that I played it. I just think that it didn't. You have to also think of the thing. Remember the last time Spider-Man was up there, and what won Game of the Year? Does anyone remember?
Breath of the Wild, maybe? I don't know.
No.
What one?
It was 2018. What other really big game?
Oh, God of War?
Oh,
God of War came out the year.
Yeah.
If God of War didn't exist, Spider-Man would have won that year, clearly. But unfortunately, that happened. And
I also think God of War had a lot of every time God of War was involved with something, I feel like it was a lot of bias.
Yeah.
Just me personally.
No, I could see that, but I think it was good enough to win that year. If God of War didn't exist, I think it's good enough to win this year, and I don't think there's a clear runner, other than I don't think there's a gap in perception like there was with God of War or bias. I think Spider-Man wins.
Viram, what are your choices?
There's also recency bias you got to think about.
And the game just came out.
So my 6 would be Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Resident Evil 4, Spider-Man 2, Mario Bros. Wonder, and Street Fighter 6 as well. But it's actually kind of crazy how many kind of potential Game of the Year contenders were released this year that have probably not the highest chance simply because they came out this year. Games like the Dead Space remake, Pikmin 4, Final Fantasy 16, Armored Core 6, stuff like that. Just some incredibly good games. I think
Liza P is another big one.
I want Hi-Fi Rush on there as well, because that's still one of my favorite games of this year. But I don't think I could quite place it among these 6 personally, despite how good that game is.
And Zeph,
did Hades get nominated the year it came out?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
Hades. Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Zeph, are you still here? What's your what are your 6?
You guys, I think of all
one more
collectively
thing to chime
said
in.
pretty much.
Oh, go ahead, Viram.
What?
Go ahead.
It's kind of easy to forget that the Metroid Prime Remastered came out.
Oh my
this year.
god.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's the 3rd most critically acclaimed game of this year. Just
Damn, wow.
Nintendo's had some bangers, bro.
Yeah, it was a
that
good
game
year.
is incredibly high quality too.
I think if that loses out, it's simply because it's not a big full-on remake like RE4 was. But
Sure.
If a game of that caliber doesn't hit Game of the Year or hit the list, it's just because too much stuff has come out.
I also think now, because I think this is the perfect time to talk about it. Now that Wonder's been out, we talked about it on the show. You just brought up Metroid Prime Remastered. I think, we talked for a long time, when is Nintendo going to have a better year than 2017? I think they did it this year. I think when you combine everything, when you combine Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder, Metroid Prime Remastered, Xenoblade Chronicles Future Redeemed, and Pikmin 4, and that's not even including half of the other stuff that they released. I really think this is Nintendo's and F-Zero 90. Bro, F-Zero 99, if I made a personal list of my favorite games this year, F-Zero 99 would be top 6 for me. I've spent 65 hours on that game. I adore that game.
Speaking on great years for Nintendo, just in general, gaming for this year is this is that 2017
it is
peak
in general it is because then like you said, you remove Nintendo from it, you name all the other stuff and all the other systems: Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man, Resident Evil Remake, Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield, Final Fantasy 16, Street Fighter 6, Liza P, Dead Space Remake. It's one after another after another.
A handful of great indies as well. 100% this has been the best year of gaming in a while.
Yeah. Really, really incredible year.
Cyberpunk 20.
Zeph, what were your final 6 again? I'm sorry.
I legit don't know. I guess I'll include Metroid since everyone kind of forgot. That no order. That I I'm like not on Twitter anymore, so I don't
What's
know
your
like the
favorite
general
game that you played this
reception.
year, Zev?
There you
What's
go.
your favorite game?
Not a new game, but
No, I know.
You can't say Smite.
Bro, I've never. I played Smite one time.
He said
to
that because of
Shofu
Tito.
Ashley in 2010.
Oh,
I'm only
Zach,
teasing.
We talking
Chain
to me?
Echoes,
Who's talking
maybe?
to Zach?
Oh, Chain. I still need to
Came out
beat that.
2022, I think.
Oh yeah. No,
I
but,
still have to beat
yeah, I
that.
think it did come out.
Ends, right?
At the
It
end
came
of
out
the
right
year,
end
yeah, I
after
think.
the game of the year.
Also, Octopath
Yeah,
2
but
was.
that never gets nominated.
I don't know if we ever talked about it on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Like
no,
Octopath 2 was really
About
good.
Nominations. It's
No,
just
no, no.
about a game
I guess,
that
yeah,
Zach
sure.
liked.
Yeah, Octopath 2 was incredible.
But yeah, I don't know. I pretty much the stuff you guys said, and then there's like Metroid. I don't know if Hi-Fi Rush will make the cut simply because there's just too many high quality games. It legit just comes down to space.
No,
There's not
it
space for-
comes down to if Xbox got the pockets.
Yeah,
I also agree.
That too.
Yeah. So that one last thing I'm going to ask then, and again we'll go in Discord order. We all kind of know what we expect to be nominated. Let us just name right now what we think prior to the nominations coming out. What we think is going to win Game of the Year. Discord order. Go ahead. McDareth.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay. Coast.
What I want to win is Baldur's Gate.
No.
3.
What you
I
think-
will win
yeah.
is Spider-Man.
Okay. Ricky.
What I want is Tears of the Kingdom. What I know it's going to be is probably Spider-Man.
I think it's going to come down to Baldur's Gate 3 and Zelda, and I think Zelda wins. Tito.
I don't think there's a universe where Zelda wins Game of the Year. I think it's Baldur's Gate, or sorry, if anything. But I don't think it's Baldur's Gate either. Like I said earlier, it's Spider-Man. Like
Vera?
I don't think. I just
Hey,
don't.
bro, he
see-
said Vera, you got to stop talking.
No. Sorry, I didn't know you were still going. I thought you ended. No, go ahead.
No, I was trying to ask. When was has a Nintendo game ever won Game of the Year?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild,
I'm asking,
absolutely.
I'm asking,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Breath of the Wild won. There was. I know it's gotten nominated almost every year. Metroid Dread got nominated. Mario Odyssey got nominated.
I think it's only Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild.
Spin was
wasn't it?
only Breath of the Wild, yeah.
And
I
that
actually don't
year
know.
was
Let me
it-
look.
If I remember correctly, that year wasn't the most stacked year, if I remember correctly.
No.
So yeah.
I honestly, I feel
I
like
actually don't know.
2017 was Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, PUBG, and Mario Odyssey as the
Oh yeah.
game of the
Yeah,
year
yeah.
winners.
Yeah, in recent memory,
no
the Nintendo ones were Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, like you said, Smash Brothers Ultimate, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I forgot that was the Game of the Year nominee. Metroid Dread, and Xenoblade 3.
Xenoblade 3.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, go ahead.
I would probably say Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't think that Tears of the Kingdom is like out of the running to win though.
Then I guess it's up to Zeph now. Zeph?
It's for Game of the Year, right? Like what it's gonna come down to?
Yep. What do you think is going to win?
I feel like anytime Zelda is out and new, it's gonna win just because people just when Zelda is around, people just lose their minds. So probably that I think is gonna win, and then what it's gonna beat, I feel like they are gonna put Baldur's Gate 3 simply because it's gonna be like
The game that beat Zelda, like the news story.
it's gonna be like a curveball situation. Yeah.
like honestly, the things that game has accomplished for its production and what
we
resources they
praised it
had.
for so long
yeah.
too. That one, like the developers were really good and quick with what they had to do and fix, and they were very transparent. That's what I said they should win that one episode. They should win the best. What was it like? The developer
not
category?
community. Yeah.
Best
Best.
community support. Or
They need to, they win that, no contest.
I definitely don't think 14 should win it this year.
No, dude.
No, because they added Viper as a class. That's garbage. All right, so guys, what we're doing, we're going to end the show right now. thank you very, very much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. As always, you can listen to the show on the Japan Time Podcast YouTube channel. Just go and search Japan Time Podcast. Thank you once again, everybody who tuned in live, even though we weren't able to stream on Shofu's channel this week. We hope Shofu is doing well. We know, obviously, he was dearly missed. Anytime me or Shofu was off the show, it doesn't feel quite right. So I feel like I got to acknowledge that. Shofu not being here. Go ahead, Coast.
We gotta end these episodes now with the thing McDermott suggested.
Of course.
We gotta finish
that. No, I like that. I like that absolutely. The game that inspired you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before you do that, I do want to go ahead and plug. Now that I've devoured Marvel Spider-Man 2, and I'm done with that shit until the new game Plus comes out. What are you doing? I got a whole clip ready for you. You better relax.
Hey.
I am going to be playing. I have never played through the original Final Fantasy VII, and I will be doing that as a charity stream.
Cool.
I will be running the charity drives soon. I have never played the original Final Fantasy VII, and I don't really know what the fuck that game is. Whatever. But I'll be running it as a charity stream. Details to come by the next show as to charity and all that and times. But that's what I'll be doing until Final Fantasy VII Renegotiate comes out. So.
Right on. Also, one other quick thing, if I can plug stuff, because I thank you, by the way, to Irving for gifting a sub at the end of this. Fantastic. Irving, by the way, shout out, is working with Konami on some cool Metal Gear stuff right now. I was going to say Metal Gear Solid Collection coming out this week. Maybe by the next show, one of us will have replayed one of those Metal Gear games.
If you're collabing with them, I'm going to hold my tongue.
No. It's not like the game itself.
Is it sponsored?
I actually don't know. I think it's just a cool Konami thing. Well, you hold your tongue. All right, you never know. But it doesn't matter either way. But I think I'll be playing a Metal Gear game in the interim. But that's actually not what I was going to say. What I was going to shout out real quick is I wanted to give a special shout out to a game that is $2 on the eShop that you can most likely get for free. This is legitimately, we're talking about some of our games that are our favorite games this year. This game has taken Japan by storm. You've probably seen a lot of people streaming this game. It's become incredibly popular over the course of the past week, and it's called the Suika game, or the watermelon game. This is a game that's a little puzzle game that's on the Switch. It's $2, and like I said, if you've ever purchased a game on Switch ever, go and check your rewards, like the amount of coins that you have for rewards, because I almost guarantee you can get this game for free on the eShop. It's literally that cheap. You can go and you can download it right now. It is well worth your time. I've wasted a bunch of hours playing this before going to bed over the course of the past week and a half. It's very addicting. It's a very cute little puzzle game.
It's straight up the 2048 game, but with cute
fruits. I highly recommend it. Do yourself a favor. It's called the Suika game. If you look up, the Suika game or watermelon game on the Switch, you'll find it. There's tons of videos of it. Lots of people have been doing streams, and it's just overall a good time, and it'll make you smile. And again, it's basically free. You could probably just use your rewards coins and get it for free if you've ever purchased anything on the eShop. Highly recommend it. And
you can play it on a browser.
You can play it on a browser too, probably. Yeah. I just like playing it on Switch. It's fun. It is also not only on the Japanese eShop. I saw someone bring that up. They added it to the US eShop because so many people were talking about it. It's completely untranslated. The whole game's in Japanese. But it's easy enough. You can figure out what's going on. With that being said, one other last quick thing I want to do, because we've ended all the shows this way, is I want to ask somebody on the cast, what is a game that inspired them to play video games? We've done this with a couple people already. Who wants to go this week?
A game that inspired? Wait, what's I'm confused.
It's the game that inspired you to play video games.
Not really inspired. It's like your first memory of the video game you played first.
Uh-oh. Someone go, not me.
Yeah, who hasn't gone?
Only Viram and I have gone so far.
Yeah.
No, I did it too. Because we talked about the Sega Pico. Yeah. Coast, go ahead.
I feel like I've said mine already.
Maybe you did, Ricky?
About the Tick?
Say it again.
Oh, you did say that about the Tick. You're right.
No, it's Ghost.
No, it's Ricky now. It's Ricky.
Okay, all right. No, it's definitely Tito. Go ahead, Tito. The floor is yours.
What the fuck? What is going on?
What is the game that inspired? I'm going to end the show right now. I'm controlling it this week, so if you don't come up with a good one, I will end the show right now.
What are we talking about?
Tito, what is a game that got you into video games?
That got me into video
And
games?
whatever the question is. What inspired you to play video games? What got you into video games? What was your favorite game as a kid? Bro, I don't know. You guys said to do this for the ending.
The question should be worded as, what was the first game that got you and introduced you into video games?
Okay, that's good. Okay, good.
3D
Let's do that.
pinball.
Oh, you mean like on the PC?
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right, 3D pinball. You heard it from Tito. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Thank you, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time. We'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.